I've poured my heart and soul into this shit. And this is my first rodeo as much as it is his first rodeo. I know next to nothing about businesses, and I'm being scrutinized for it. For asking questions that need answering. For asking for clarification in order to be communicated to. But I guess this just happens because I'm an easy fucking target, Siobhan. I'm an easy fucking target because I'm this city's fucking punching bag.
Juno, you're not my
And I'm
punching
done
bag.
with it.
You know, Juno.
I'm done with it. If this conversation doesn't go well, Siobhan, I hope you enjoy the position of Chief of Staff. You'll
Juno,
do great.
stop.
Better
I
than,
love you.
better
Juno,
than
I
me.
love you. Juno, I love you so much.
I'm done. I'm over
Juno.
it. I have nothing to my name.
Yeah, this is all RP.
That hasn't been taken away by the hands of other people. Every single fucking time.
Juno, I've seen how hard you've worked. Okay? That's why I meant that. I meant what I said. I know how hard you work. Okay? And you are... You don't deserve to get a bunch of shit from people. If it's any consolation, I get fucking stupid people calling me all day too. About Max. And where is he? What's he doing? Where are the things he promised? All day. And I'm like, why don't you call me about lawyer things? I don't know about businesses. I don't know when those are gonna happen. Probably never. Stop calling. So when you tell me this and the fact that, like, but you're the chief of staff, so people expect it of you, at least I can just say I'm a lawyer and fuck off. You probably feel like you've been left out. You've been left hung out to dry, right? That's not a good feeling for anyone to have. So I get what you're saying right now, and your feelings are valid. I'm gonna hug you again.
I just don't see the point anymore.
Hugs you deeply and squeezes. Love you.
Siobhan,
You just wanted him to communicate?
It's all that fucking matters is tell me exactly what your intention is with this specific thing that you have been pushing for since the campaign. You've made promises to people. Big fucking people, powerful fucking people. As much as you may not think that. People that have reputation with others. And I am the one that communicated all of this to them. Yeah. I don't want to be public enemy number one because of someone's lack of communication skills and effort.
Yeah, I get that, you know? I'm gonna start crying for you because just seeing you upset is making me upset because you don't deserve to feel this way, you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, what if the meeting's back? It's been 5 minutes. We should run back. You know, I'm sorry. Shouldn't.
It's fine.
Yes, kind of. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll make a statement announcement right now. All right, love you. How'd it go?
I just hugged Juno while she cried, so I think you need to have a conversation with her after this meeting.
Look, I don't fucking have time for this shit, dog.
Come here.
Let's meet up next week.
What?
She told me that if this conversation with you does not go, she's like, I hope you enjoy being chief of staff, Siobhan. You're gonna be great at it. So
Look,
she's really not doing great.
Would you enjoy that?
Well, I would get to finally fucking talk, and I would be. I was thinking to myself that it's a good thing I'm not allowed to talk because I would be arguing so much with these people.
Yeah.
But, you know, in a good way. Perhaps a lawyer way.
Oh, wait, really? Oh, yeah, that's
But would I enjoy it? Probably too much. I would enjoy it too much.
My natural disposition toward this will be to sort out any issues.
Yeah, of course.
So, we'll see how it goes. Hi.
But, you know, I love you.
You guys ready to come back in?
Yeah.
Yup. Let's go.
Didn't even get to leave the office for 2 minutes today.
Everybody else is yeah.
I thought Lance was the one who yelled that for a second.
Hello.
I didn't even get to leave the office for 2 minutes today. Said NPC is a local.
What's next?
Those were my 2 things. I'm still ironing out my patient privacy stuff. It'll be so simple. It's essentially only to protect information going on the docket. I don't want people getting arrested for like just saying someone's medical information. So that shit gets dumb fast. So that'll be simple when it comes. I'm just ironing it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was anything specific, but I think you told me, Dakota, that like weights and were something that you all could be on the lookout for as police. Do we need to like discuss regulations for
There's
like the
problems with that right now.
Yeah, I figured that's why.
I got some feedback
okay, so
that right now, because I had some officers go out and test it. Apparently, I went to the meetings and asked everybody to do it. The feedback I got is that apparently right now there are problems where the truck general cargo readout is declaring, for example, like the sticker on the side of the truck says this truck is rated to carry 1,000 kilos, for example. But apparently one contract could be like 1,200 kilos.
I mean,
so
I hear. It's a takeaway that we can just revisit next week. Like it's
yeah,
still,
I gotta talk to the people who run the trucking industry and figure out what the hell's going on.
Never mind on those.
That was gonna be something I was gonna bring up in terms of charges, but yeah, there's issues.
Do we need to tackle stuff from this
I took my
unresolved
chains
then, or
off
is there
again and the
anything
master
new that people
manipulator
have?
returned.
Yeah, there's still. I'm going through right now and tagging everything that we've discussed. Max
Sho loves
has
Juno
the
and is
standardized time
sad, but also
uniformity,
wants
the marriage
Juno, like, and sad for
registry.
her. But Sho wants Juno to be
Did we
happy.
approve drip and VDM?
And if
We
Max
approved
isn't going to
drip
do
and
the things
VDM
within their
is
business
getting, like,
relationship that's
It was
needed,
approved, but
that's
it's not,
needed,
like,
right?
In a very
this
much
Then she
form.
supports Juno doing whatever
Rewritten?
she
Do you
needs
want me
to
to
do to be
Drip
rewrite
get
happy.
it?
rewritten, or is drip just as is? What's the deal?
Drip was
Nope.
as is, and it can be figured out in court. Was what we
Yes.
Okay,
decided.
and we all voted for that one.
Yes.
Drip
I
was
abstained.
7
I
to 1.
abstained from drip.
Yeah, Martin was a no.
Oh, okay.
Or not abstained. Nade. And
What's that door?
VDM was voted on
my
and
deck down,
unanimously
Dakota.
approved.
Do not
as
unlock that door.
a,
No, do not.
Oh.
It was unanimously approved
Please
as
do not.
bringing
Leave.
back the unroadworthy vehicle charge.
Okay, so
Leave.
Michael, why don't you take it on your responsibility to rewrite that one for the
I think
charge?
Sho would tell Max
The
that if he
VDM one?
ever
Yeah.
did to her what
Yes,
happened to
I will
Juno,
do
they're
that.
getting divorced.
Okay. So looking at what I've worked through, and I've tracked the votes on them too. The outstanding that are in the city
And
council
Catholics don't believe in
documents
divorce, so
are
she's just gonna kill him.
the unresolved from the last meeting, which Max has already stated we should do at the end.
Mhm.
So the three things we have on our plate are standardized time uniformity, marriage registry, and parks and rec. So Max, looks like you're up.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying very hard to sit in my seat right now.
You're doing great. We believe in you.
It's hard.
It is. I get it.
Okay. Time to clear up some nonsense that's been the case for as long as I have been in Los Santos. The discrepancy in time.
Oh, the Time Act.
Insofar as like how a police officer will charge somebody, they'll say 30 months, but they go to Bolingbrook for 30 minutes. It has been a strange and pathetic attempt to kind of emulate what transpires in other places in the world. It has been completely ridiculous at points, with people claiming to have been in prison for hundreds of years, despite, being 20 years old, because they weren't actually in prison for 20 or 200 years. They were in prison for 200 days.
My cousin is 116 years old.
Yeah, but they're not though. You know what I'm saying? you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wrote a document. It's kind of far down the list right now. That is, I wrote my thoughts out pretty well. If you guys want to take a minute to read it, if you haven't read it yet. Anyone not read this yet?
I have read it. Yes.
No, I read it last night.
I did read it days ago.
What do you think, Dakota? Because you're a cop, so you're sending someone up to Bolingbrook, telling them they're going to be there for 20 months, but you know that in 20 minutes or whatever they're going to be back out on the street, right?
Yeah. You want me to be honest?
Please do.
I don't know how I'm
affect you the
supposed to
most.
feel about this.
Yeah.
Why?
That's
Well,
where
yeah,
I'm
That's
at.
my thoughts initially.
So I wrote, punitive times have largely been exaggerated for little purpose beyond adding an artificial sense of severity to a crime that does not truly represent the length of
Exactly.
time truly spent in prison.
Guess what? If it's not for you, their ocean's gonna watch
Only
something
in
else.
instances of
Don't
penal
even talk
punishment do
about
the
it. It
people of
doesn't
Los
really
Santos
matter.
refer to
I don't know what
days
to
as
say.
years and minutes as months. The purpose of this document is to establish and bring into line punitive times with times recognized as standard by the populace at large. So why pretend?
I'm saying, who cares?
Why play
Who
pretend as a
cares
police
what the
officer
streamer
when
decides
everyone
to do
else
or
isn't?
why?
You know what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying? Like, oh, see,
Yeah,
it doesn't
again,
matter.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but
right,
I'm
like,
also
in
not
character,
agreeing because
like,
it's sort of
it doesn't matter. Also, there's no relevance, is
How
what I'm
is
saying. It has no
relative?
relevance to anything.
And I cannot imagine a world in which someone ever saying they spent 7 minutes in prison.
Okay. I guess what I'm
is
saying is
less
like it doesn't
weird.
matter. That's my whole
No,
point.
this
is
is
that it's
our
irrelevant.
this is our world.
Objection, relevance,
This is
chat.
our city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't imagine a world in which there's a guy who ran for mayor 6 times and he's never gotten more than 10 votes and he keeps doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I really don't care, do you? As Melania Trump once said.
Both are weird. However, one is less weird.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's a balance there. So I was trying to like spitball how I felt about this. I don't know if I'm even for this change, but just as a potential concept so that people can discuss, instead of minutes and days, maybe we could find a middle ground to like, days and months or something instead of
Years.
months and then years.
I think we embrace the
Down-
insanity.
downgrades.
I think
I'm
for the
trying to make this make sense.
no, yeah, I get what you're saying. I think for the sake of transparency, it's important to the average person is stupid. That's just the way that it is. And I also entertain the possibility of coming up with different terminology to describe this. I think it would create a lot of confusion.
Yeah, people would have to relearn.
Right.
Yeah,
it
it's
would
kind of
just lead to
keep it
more
as is or do it
confusion,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Okay. Huh. Yeah. What you got? Craig?
Well, no. So, as an individual, I'm on like the abstain sign. Like, I don't give a fuck. Minutes, months, tomato, rose by
Well,
any
I
other
mean,
name.
it was just like when Siobhan met with different people throughout the week, and they're like,
head of bar,
how's
my
Max? You're
position
the only
is
one
that
who's
if,
fucking seen him in
if
weeks.
people are
And I'm like, I see. What do you mean, where's Max? I see him every night. You're like,
stupid,
they're like, you're the only one.
as we've kind of said now and again, and they think that
Oops.
they're looking at months or years. That creates a sense of urgency in which they're more likely to request a lawyer, get a bench trial, et cetera, et cetera. Whereas if they're looking at 10 minutes in jail, that may encourage the let's get this over with type of mentality.
I can see that.
They already do that.
There's also it just gets complicated, but there's also the fact that
Yeah, he did do 3 town halls this week and have his phones.
Every minute's
He got his
passing
stolen. We
pretty
got the
fucking
stolen phone
fast.
back too. Yeah, Simona's
Like,
seen him.
the-
It's just like
time
hours.
is very relative here, like very. So why can't it be with that?
Yeah, I think
Well,
ultimately,
isn't that just till it
I've said
gets
my
like
personal
PPO
piece. I
or
think
whatever
this
it's
change
called,
would,
and then they're
affect
allowed
the
to be
police
around
most in their
whenever, as long
sentencing
as they
and procedure. So
prioritize their assigned or
I'd
main
like to
shift?
hear what Dakota's like actual like unbiased opinion is on it, like one way or the other. But as
yeah,
far as like naming
yeah.
conventions,
Max just shows up and gets a
I
lore dump from
frankly
Siobhan.
couldn't give a shit either way.
So what I miss? Great, thank you.
Nakota?
I still can't believe we got the
I'm
religious
going
act
to
passed.
abstain again.
Okay. I think the intention of this is pretty clear. I think it's important that
I agree,
we
Audrey.
stop kidding
Audrey,
ourselves
that's true.
about this.
Audrey, that is true though. That's what people assume.
I think it
You
makes
know what
more
the
sense
problem
for the
was, is
place
that they
that we live.
assumed.
And I think I'm going to put it to a vote. Yay. Nakota and Malton are abstain. Philippa.
I mean,
I can't wrap my head around the minutes thing. I think I'm gonna go nay. I'm sorry, I wasn't quite convinced.
Crane.
Crane.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
What is there to wrap your head around, guys? You are sending them to prison
okay.
for minutes. Minutes.
Sir, okay.
embrace the insanity.
Whose idea was this to begin with the months and the years bullshit? It's never been that way, ever. Ever.
How's a 20-year-old person tell me they were in prison for 80 years?
I'm 1,000 years
It's like
old.
if you were
I'm
dating
fucking Dracula, guys.
Congratulations, you look
According
great.
to the police department, I am a Dracula.
Very spry considering. Impressive.
Yeah, I don't even know how to approach this conversation. I'm abstaining.
Juno.
Yeah, try.
Nathan. I'm abstaining. I don't even know how.
I get it.
Michael?
Good morning, Atric.
I don't think that's crazy.
I'm gonna make.
y'all are
I'm
just
gonna. I'm
leaving
gonna.
me
I'm
to
gonna. Well, I'm
this.
gonna make a comment. And just say that I think that there's a lot of things that we discuss in here where we're trying to do what makes sense for us in the world we live in.
That's right.
But I think that this is coming from a place of
Beyond us.
telling other people how they should experience time. And I don't think that's our role. So I'm abstaining.
No one gets to
Yeah,
say,
I'm PST,
hey,
dude.
I live in a time-dilated plane of existence. No one gets to experience time differently. No, they don't. Everyone is the same, moving at the same pace through time. That is how time works.
Yeah,
Dakota.
Again, I
Can I just say one thing? I don't know if this is gonna make a difference at all, but I was shot in the head a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
And then I woke back up in the hospital after getting medical care.
Wait, hold on. Were you shot in the head a couple of weeks ago or a couple of years ago?
A couple weeks ago.
What, how many days ago was it?
I hate this. I get where you're coming from. I do get it, but I cannot. There's no way I can wrap my head around. Oh, like look through our charges and like I don't know, fucking attempt to murder a government employee or something. Congratulations. 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my
That-
god.
yeah. So what? Your alternative is to what? To lie to them? Because they're not going to be up there for 45 months.
I think we live in a very complex society.
No, we don't. It's not that complex, man.
Oh,
You okay? Counterpoint. Let's say
Yeah.
let's obviously we don't adhere to legislation in America. Okay.
Of course. Mhm.
How much time does someone get for murdering someone in America?
Depends where you live.
I would
usually life in prison.
Life in prison.
Why-
Life in
I-
prison.
Why don't we hold off on voting for
Not if you're
this
famous.
week and
Do you know if you're
maybe
famous, you
the-
can
No,
kill
I
your wife
want
and you
to
won't
vote
even
on
get
this.
25 to
I
life
wanna
just as
vote on
long
this
as you
now
got
'cause
the
it's
cash to
clear
pay
cut,
for
it's simple.
Cochrane.
It plugs
you know,
a
if you were
fucking
caught smoking
stupid,
crack,
i.e., the
McDonald's
name
wouldn't even want to take it
loophole
back.
in the
You can always
system
just
that
run
people have
for
been
mayor
parading around
of
as being something that is
DC.
relevant, despite, as proven by Nakota just now, saying that he was out for weeks. When it should be, by definition, in accordance to the way that the police department has been enforcing the law, it should have been years. Years. Why don't we just all get on the same page?
I think a vote
Because
has
the
started.
thing is, we are all on the same page, and everyone's on the different page to what you're trying to change it to. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are we forcing people to change what's already pre-established?
This council is an exercise in future proofing. By that logic, we need to be open to making radical change. Otherwise, we fall into the same pitfalls that happened to the last government. Eventually, there are going to be people who come in from the federal government who are like, all right, guys, listen up. You know, clearly this council thing's not working out because you guys just can't get your thumbs out of your ass and try something new. We're fighting ghosts.
We've done new things every single time so far. I don't know about that.
Okay, the current wording and sentencing, isn't that put in place to, I guess, denote the severity of the charges?
That was my
So they would
understanding,
make more
right.
sense logically, but in
I think a vote has already been called. I don't think we should keep discussing this
Yeah.
further. But to that point, I would argue that under our new system, the felony is what's more severe now, not the time. I think ultimately, we've had, I think, 3 abstain so far. I think people should vote how they feel because I think it is pretty straightforward one way or the other. And if this has to be the first thing overturned by the feds, then so be it. But a vote has been called. I think a vote should be finished.
I think
Michael,
we should get to speak through things if we have concerns before.
I do agree that all discussion should be done before
Yeah.
a vote is called. But once a vote is started, I think discussion should stop. But that's a procedural thing.
Yeah, you guys should have actual points of order and learn how to run your
Jesus,
shit
what do
like
I
an
got?
actual like model
Is it
United
gonna-
Nations.
it's-
Clearly,
and
no
this is
one in
a-
this
I don't
room
know if
went to
anyone's playing this.
MUN.
Is it going to
Sorry,
cause
sorry, I nerded out super
issues
hard.
internally at all?
You guys should have rules of order. Okay, there
mean,
should
I
be
have to
like
change
model
every
United
fucking
Nations.
charge
When you
they
guys
make
call
instead of
votes,
that.
there should be
I
like actual
volunteer-
passing
I
votes.
vol-
Who
I
actually comes
volunteer
up
to
with an
go through
agenda of
every
what the
single one of
items
those
are.
charges.
There
If you
should be
give
a
me the
posted
ability and
meeting
power to
minutes
do so, I would be
afterwards
glad to do it.
immediately.
All right, so I'm
Immediately. Okay,
I
and
think
then
everyone
all of the votes
agrees
should be
with you,
recorded.
Max. I will say yay if we can get it pushed through and make people stick to it.
Good. No more time dilation. Everyone is moving through time at the same pace. Everything is good now. The universe is in balance.
What is Edo's vote for the record keeping?
I abstained.
Oh, okay.
That's
Everybody
crazy.
abstained
Well,
except for
fuck
2
it, I'm
people who
nay.
voted yay, and then 1 nay.
No,
Three people.
Professionalism
Three
would
people.
add to the content
people voted
though in like a really like meaningful way. Immo, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Like having actual points of order, someone
Okay, so it was-
someone
it
gets
was
up
4
suddenly make a
abstained,
point of
1
order you
nay,
weren't
3 yays.
expecting.
Yes.
Good.
Good.
I'm glad to see that this particular discussion did not take more than 60 months to go over.
Oh my
Next.
God.
Okay, fair enough. All right, what's next?
I actually don't know what's next.
The registry?
Which registry?
The marriage registry? Or is
Oh.
that just like, is
Oh.
that there for note-taking purposes only?
That's for
there for
registry.
people to track new marriages and stuff. So whenever someone gets married, like a judge will pop in here and be like, "Hey, you know,
Oh, okay. Perfect.
yeah.
That should probably be moved over to DOJ. Stuff,
Yeah, we
because I don't
just
think they
convert
can
that
see
to a DOJ doc so the judges can
Yeah.
see it.
Okay. Is that possible to move a document like that?
Somebody will just have to make a new document.
Just make
Hey.
the document copy paste, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty small right now. So
Yeah.
we have the Parks and Recs from Juno.
Oh,
I don't think it would get
that's
stale.
Just moreover, from my note, it's very early on. It was just an idea of within the mayor's office as a like hand in
Oh,
hand. sort of-
Shaggy,
well, I say
thank
hand in hand, but, like,
you.
a
Shabby
department
do stuff
itself.
for 2 months.
Okay.
It's just ideas right now rather than anything solid.
You guys will abandon me one day.
So
I know you will, but that's okay.
Did you want to wait to go over this?
I mean,
Probably.
I could give a brief TLDR and gauge what you guys think of it. before
Hold on, I got one
pushing.
question.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
What are
keep
we doing about
streaming, but
phones?
What phones?
Yeah, I was just thinking.
one
Up your
day
phone.
I'll turn
Yeah, I was
40,
gonna
and then
say
you
that
guys are gonna
too.
be
Minutes
like,
roll
Jilly
by.
hit a wall.
See, that's what I was
Just not
saying. That's
fun
the
anymore.
argument
Yeah.
I made. Is
That-
that
yeah,
time
that was what
is
was
very
brought up.
distorted.
Who gives it? No one uses that as a metric for judging how much time they're spending in the city, man. No
Well,
one does that.
We use.
I know some bail officers who have used that in the past, but
That was my argument. Is
Okay, all right. So how many hours are in the
yeah.
day then? How many hours in the day then, according to our phone?
We're gonna have to sit here and
I
find
don't
out.
know.
Still.
Because apparently
Like,
there's
it's
like
about-
there's
it's
like 80
about-
hours.
It's about 10 seconds
Damn.
for every 2 minutes in the city.
Mm-hmm. So multiply that. What fucking dumbass bail officer was using this shit? No
We
one
use this
uses
for
this.
autopsies as well. We call out the time of death, local time,
Yeah.
Why?
because it's the one thing that we're all on.
That we use
No, we can-
UTC, do we
No.
not, Crane?
That's Nick Simone thing. I
That's
refuse.
Nick.
that's
makes sense.
yeah, that's an IT likes to use
Yeah, that's the
UTC.
MDT
Yeah.
thing.
The MDT has a GMT timer. Is
Yeah.
localized.
Yeah, GMT.
Oh
is
yeah, it's got
UTC.
GMT. Yeah.
GMT. is
Can anyone check if that time in the MDT right now is current to?
It is current right now.
The MDT
Ooh,
is different
interesting.
than the phone.
Yes.
Fuck the phone.
Which is why things are,
Fuck
I
the
mean,
phone.
things are a bit different.
I mean,
in
you would
different
just say in
areas of the
the
city.
law that passed like time per like what states in the MDT or some bullshit. I don't
But
know.
what I mean is, Max, are you seeking to have the phone reprogrammed?
Oh,
No,
boy.
because no one uses it. It doesn't even need to be that way. No one is checking their time
mean,
like that, man.
it dictates, if it's light or
Okay, but
dark
I thought the
outside,
whole-
it can
okay,
change
never mind.
whether or not you can do. Yeah, I get what
It-
you're going
oh.
for.
Time makes sense.
Yes.
That clock means nothing. The
So
only
we
thing
should
I
stay
use that
consistent
clock
if
for
we're
is
trying
if
to
it's
make
dusk or
it
dawn and I
safe
came out of a
everywhere, I
building to
guess
check
what
if
I'm
it's
saying.
about to be night or day. And like the sky is dusky. That is the only thing I use the time on the phone for.
Like, why? I don't know. Why, if you go to prison for, I don't know, an hour, like, it was nighttime twice in that, Like,
Yeah, phone time is
Things
just
like
where the
that.
sun is at. Mr.
Yeah, it is weird,
Astrophysicist.
huh?
it is. Yeah.
So, Juno, about the Parks and Recs thing, are you planning on presenting it today?
No. I don't mind gauging people's opinions of it by giving a brief TLDR.
That makes sense.
Or just holding off until next week. It's pretty.
I'm
bare
not
bones
Crim.
at the
Do not
moment.
know Crim things.
I also don't think it needs to be anything.
But I remembered hearing that
too
there's like they can only
detailed.
do certain
I
things
think
at
it
night or
being,
something
like,
within certain hours.
Simple and bare bonus, absolutely fine.
I have a proposal to amend the expungement process to make it cheaper for now,
Mhm.
to go up later. I think 500,000 is a bit too much of an ask. I don't think that's enough. I think it's too much for one person to realistically and feasibly achieve in a short amount, or not a short amount of time, like a reasonable amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So I want to lower it. I was thinking 150 or 100,000 for the first
Warrants
one.
have
I
always
want the
expired in
second
5
expungement and the third
days.
expungement to stay
And
the
we
same.
don't say 5
'Cause at
years.
that
We've always
point,
said
you know,
5
they
days,
better
and we
work
meant
for
like
a second
IRL
or a
5
third
days.
chance or a
So like
fourth
that's
chance or
been like
whatever.
a part that doesn't work with everything else. It's weird.
What are your guys' thoughts on first lowering the first expungement to 150,000 for now?
Like everything else has been like
Are
5
you
years, 5
thinking
years,
of,
but then we extend a warrant for 3
I
days, and
don't
we
wanna
mean
say,
like normal
baked into the
time. Like
legislation, but
it's
do you want
been.
it to automatically go back up after a certain amount
It's
of time,
been
or is that
weird.
just for like a future consideration to up it again?
I would be for having the ability for it at a certain date to go back up to 500,000. If we want to pick out a certain date right now.
Nakota, you have your hand raised.
It's
Yeah,
more
I,
confusing
I
for new
would,
people to the server.
if we're
Once you've
gonna
been at the
roll it
server for
back
a
to
while, you know what
150,
things we do, and like you
I
pretty much
would
have it
be
figured
okay with
out.
that, but I would also
like
like to add in that every crime that they're having expunged from their record, I believe the monetary value of that should also be included on top of the 150,000.
We never had that
That's fine.
initially when it used to be like that. So do you just want to change it for only the first one, or change
Yeah,
it
we
for all?
did.
we did?
Sorry. For this legislation, sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
for
in the
this
past,
one,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
For this one, it
what
was
would
just a flat cost. Do we want to make it that as well?
what would be the second if we're gonna adjust it for the first, Max?
I'm talking specifically about adjusting the first expungement.
I wrote something up in the amendment. If you
Yeah, I see that. So I like that. I like a 100K more if we for the first one, if we're going to take into account the what was it? It was 20% of all
feel like I'm
felony
just
charges
here
or
to
whatever in the
text
old days or whatever.
Max on Siobhan. I'm here to just like text him like lore dumps on how stuff used to be,
It's
so that
1612.
when everyone else speaks with their fucking knowledge of the past,
I mean,
he
I'm not
actually has it
considering
too,
how
so he can
expensive
combat
we're
it.
making I'm not against not having it be.
Yeah, like
percentage of
I'm a
crimes,
cue
but then the
card.
judges don't got to do all the math.
I
That
hope
just
it's helpful because I don't feel like I'm
takes
helpful all the
burden
time.
off
Sometimes I feel
them,
like
but,
I'm.
I'm
if
not a
you
fan
if
of
you would like to
judges doing math.
argue, that's fair enough. If you would like to
Yeah.
argue that it should be more because we wouldn't do that in Dakota, obviously,
What if we make it a range? Like let's say like 75 to 125, and it's like judicial discretion what they want to charge in line with like the rest of the
Okay, well, I'm
expungement
glad to
process.
hear that, Penguins.
If they have a lot of felonies on their record, they got to pay a little bit more for that first time around. If they only got one, they get that base 75K.
I like that. Crane, what do you think? Were you listening?
Yeah, I guess.
like that mulligan first thing could be if you have X amount of felonies or less type thing, or it's not an option anymore.
And I still like it. It kind of goes for. I like the idea of like dropping it temporarily, but just making it a range that the judges can decide.
If we feel it's too high, why are we just dropping it temporarily?
More people are accumulating more money over time.
Yeah, they'll have the cash eventually. I can see that.
But the Crane suggestion here is actually not dropping it temporarily. It's adding essentially a mulligan, something before the first $500,000 that people, adding another layer of protection for people who may have made one mistake and do not have the time to work for that much amount of money, right?
So do y'all like my idea of that one would only be like say 3 felonies or less?
I would
or
not. I'd be even more. If that's meant to be the mulligan,
He doesn't
'cause I
have
made a
either
mistake
muted.
One
He's
incident.
Hegemong's just listening to both like a psychopath.
Why don't we just do it
kidding. Could you
so
imagine?
the mulligan is only for offenses on your record prior to the enactment of the amendment? So because what happened is people committed felonies and then we put in the expungement process, and they're like, holy fuck, I can't make 500 grand, I'm screwed. So we say, okay, if your felonies are from before this amendment date, 2/17/24, it's only 100 grand. But if you go out now knowing that it's 500 grand and you commit felonies, well, that's just on you.
I love that.
Better.
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah, that's
I'm down
good.
with that.
So,
I'm
so
in
basically,
favor of
you're changing the
agency, so-
parentheses to only applies to felonies before today.
Penguin!
Yeah,
Thank you for the 10 gift subs.
Decisions, and I think in fairness, we made the expungement process after they had already made
Thank
those bad
you.
decisions, so
I agree with all
Brain's
that.
dressed like he's
The
like, how do
people
you
of Los
do, my
Santos,
fellow
thank
young
you
kids?
for your wisdom.
My fellow kids.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's I don't think
Oh
we
my
need
God,
any additional
Audrey.
restrictions on that mulligan one.
Audrey's a god.
No, I think that's fair. If we're doing this, we don't need more restrictions. That's fine with me.
Okay, so we call it. It shouldn't be called mulligan. What are we gonna call it? One-time forgiveness.
Sure. Yeah.
I love that.
Wait, so is this going to
I think
be
they should
the
call it the
mulligan
deferral
applies to
program.
people before we originally enacted the
amendment.
expungement?
The amendment.
So right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's more than fair. If
This
people
way,
still upset
anyone
about
that
it, that'd be
commits
crazy.
anything after this is announced, full fair that it's gonna be $500,000.
Then it's just on them. So fair enough.
Yep.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make a lot of money on this. I think.
I agree.
Really?
That's true. I like
Hey,
that.
boss. I'm just chilling, you know. Don't mind me.
Should be called like a deferral program for first time and like one-time offenders. Like people only have like one or whatever, like one incident worth of felonies, right?
Cool.
Like Jonathan.
Any nays insofar as this amendment is concerned?
Good. Glad we got this done.
The amendment
What did I
passes to
say?
the
What did I
expungement process on
say?
2/17/24.
I heard last night when we were talking, I'm like, we should amend this
Excellent.
act for the G6 thing, but I can't
Where do we
remember
do
what it
parse work?
was. I didn't write it down.
I
because
think Juno wants
asked
to take more
17
time for it.
times on
She's
whether or
cooking on
not.
it.
Yeah,
It-
I
I'm
was
cooking on it.
distracted.
I actually-
it's honestly, it doesn't like
I
I
want to
said,
say,
it's probably
yeah.
still gonna be
Siobhan asked
something
Max like
super simple
several
by the
times. I'm
time
like, did you
finish
write it
with
down? It
rather
was,
than
yeah, selling their
anything super
trucks.
detailed or thorough.
Marriage registry is just a back end thing. Just going to create that for DOJ docs.
Yep.
Michael is rewriting BDM mandate.
The what mandate?
BDM.
I am almost done with it. So if you want to give it a read and see if that is simplified enough, I'm just adding one last bit to it.
I'm just tagging everything so I know what's what.
I have something else that's not written. I have it in my notes. Okay, let me explain this problem to you guys. All right. People work for Group 6.
Okay, he remembered.
They spend money
He
on a
remembered. I don't have to
truck.
tell him.
They catch a felony down the line. They still technically have that truck in their name, but they can't pull it out because they can't work at Group 6 anymore. I was thinking of a process for these people to sell back that vehicle, maybe at like 50% of what they paid for it, and to have some sort of back end ability for them to do that. They can't pull it out.
I think that the mulligan covers that, and I think that it
Ooh.
would be rebated for decisions.
Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that the mulligan turned out. So I think that
This is I have a specific question from Dakota. I mean, if they were wanting to sell the vehicle, if that's something we were even okay, couldn't they do that with PD assistance technically?
Oh, to be fair, I've been approached about this several times because Pete correctly has kicked the judges.
I need Crane to take a mumble pill.
And much like people that have died or people no longer with us for various reasons, we step in.
Am I the only one that can't hear him?
Crane,
Alan,
cough
I'm
pill,
very
cough drop,
sweetheart.
cough drop.
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed that was from the smoking.
It wasn't
Hello.
as bad at first.
Hi.
It's still there.
Hello.
It's still pretty rough.
It wasn't bad at first, and then it got progressively worse.
Just tell him cough drop faster. Oh.
Oh, Kermie.
Okay.
I'm okay, guys.
Oh no.
I bring you to this.
In
He's
a
talking all about getting us
stratum.
food.
Not me.
And then
Lockpick.
feed himself.
Lockpick.
That's why he was playing video games. I saw it.
They're coming.
That's even worse than like Dragon. That's like, what the fuck? That's even worse than leaving me in there.
What do you mean? What am I supposed to
I could have been listening to T. Why? Now I got way outside listening to nothing. What the hell? What the fuck? That's toxic.
You deserve it. You were playing video games, bitch.
Be
No, I
better.
wasn't.
Stop coloring pixels.
Oh my
you fuck.
god. It's
Alright.
crazy.
There was
Blood
a
all over
very
the carpet.
discussion
Jesus.
about minutes equaling months or vice versa, and he was playing video games the entire time. I saw it on my tablet.
Oh
Got the
yeah.
notification.
It's crazy. I can't believe you didn't take very thorough notes on that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It was yeah. It's not
Good
bad.
enough.
Go for it. Yeah.
Hey, I forgot to eat.
I'm not gonna pull out cards for people because
I'm fine.
they're banned from working from somewhere. If they take advantage of the book again, then
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's
fine.
gone again. I can't hear you.
I
Say it
think
loud.
I think the gist is he's saying is the judiciary won't be facilitating, like they don't pull cars out just to facilitate a sale.
Yeah,
God, you
that's
could
not
tell
part
that?
of their
Okay.
job.
I,
Yeah.
look,
Okay,
man,
good
he's been
shit.
smoking for fucking years. Okay, I've had to deal with this for a
No, it's
while.
okay. It's okay. Good
Stop
translate
legislating
for
your
me.
RP
Okay.
check,
Yeah.
you old
And a
bitch.
little bottle of water, okay?
All right, Crane. The VDM one should be done, I think. So if you want to mark it, or if you want to read it over,
Gotta remember to eat.
I can eat just
Hell
fine. It's
yeah.
just everyone else. Yeah, I
You
guess.
can? Oh,
Yeah, I
damn.
can understand him, kind of. It's just you.
Maybe I just gotta,
That's where I'm
I
at.
just
I can
gotta
kind of
think
understand
really
that.
clearly about it. Yeah.
I hang out with Reggie a lot. Okay.
And then here's
Oh, you know what? That makes
That's
sense.
fair.
Yeah, that's fun.
Gotta go find the vending machines. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
This-
Oh God, where's the waiting room?
So I mean, with that being said,
Literally
Max,
just
are you
fucking
you
told him.
brought this up currently? So are you wanting to, I guess, keep advocating for like a facilitated sales system, or do you want them to go through like the Mulligan process?
So this wasn't even something I drafted up formally. It was I kind of threw it in my notes. The Crane's idea for this particular amendment to the expungement process is so good that I don't think we need to give them the ability to sell like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what that's essentially saying is, hey, I don't want to pay for the expungement to continue working at Group 6. I just want to sell my trucks and
Want
continue doing
cash
crime.
out?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So
fair point.
I'm glad that the amendment to expungements as is now went through the way that it did, because it encourages people to rehabilitate and stay on the straight and narrow, which is perfect.
And it's still enough that it won't be easily obtained. So
Let's see here. I got some other notes. Oh, Edda. This is, I just want everyone to hear this. How do you feel about the state funding events so long as they are required to provide full receipts for everything that they purchase, and giving them a small stipend, very small, for actually organizing and running these things?
for events open to all in the city,
Mm-hmm.
I am 100% for it, as long as it's not too, of course, too,
Yeah, I don't want them to squeeze us for money. You know what I'm saying? But I want them. I want them to be
too often.
Yeah, I want them to be rewarded somewhat for their effort, right? So you know I'm thinking, like, literally, like, maybe like, I don't know, $3,000 to $5,000 for a guy that puts in a lot of time and effort into like organizing something. I want to draft up a process for people to present to you. I guess we can work on that together. And I don't think it needs to be a council thing to approve. Like, you'll be able to look at the amount of work they're putting in and be like, hey, this is legit. I'll fund you, and you get a little bonus for your work.
Yeah, no,
This could also tie in really well with the Parks and Rec thing.
Okay, well then, me,
Yeah.
you, and Juno can fucking work on this. That's just something I wanted to say before I forgot.
Yeah, because I know I've been attending quite a few events around town, just to see, what kind of scale they're at and they're working on. And I've already seen a lot of people putting in a lot of really consistent events that are good and well liked. And yeah, I have no problems with that at all, because I think we need more to do in the city, 100%. So
Sure.
I am 100% behind that.
Oh fuck, Crane's not here. He's probably taking a nap, right?
Yeah, he
Might
passed out.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have died. We don't know.
Maybe.
Ooh.
It finally happened, guys.
The rapture got him.
He'd be upset if I prayed over his body.
What'd you say?
Would he be upset if I prayed over him?
He was.
He called him the Sky Fairy.
I don't care if you shit yourself in your robe in the desert. Don't keep your prayer off of me.
I'm gonna baptize his dead body.
I do need to think deeply about something for a moment.
Okay.
Capitalized rosary for Catholicism. Nathan and I have talked about
There he
religion like a
is.
fair amount, OC. So I'm I'm trolling him a little bit right now. Nathan and I had such a good conversation the other day. Like, oh, see, I'm not gonna share details, but we had like a really good talk. Like, I'd say we probably talked for like an hour. All chatted, you know what I mean? I love him and I love the way he plays
Hello?
Crane.
Hi, you sound better.
Hello.
Did it say a full sentence?
Okay.
Oh yeah, way better.
Say the brown cow jumped over the fence. The moon. Crane?
Oh, he might have to. Crane, you might have to leave the room and come back.
He might not hear us.
Oh. I just assumed he was ignoring me, guys.
Yeah, I was kind of assuming the same.
It might be
Same.
his hearing.
Hmm.
It's always been a fantasy of mine to be a sex slave for 2 bears.
Oh,
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
all
me
good.
too. Hello? Can you hear
Oh.
us?
Yeah,
Okay.
Good.
I
good.
thought that was better than the jumping over the quick
Yeah.
round fuck.
Okay, so
Oh.
you did hear me. Okay, okay.
Yeah. That's a classic. That's internet literature.
Hmm.
I don't think I made it to that website.
I'll text it to you. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I have something
Mhm.
that is important. I haven't had the chance to speak to Dakota about this privately, so I'm going to ask you here. How bad is crime in Polito right now?
In
People
relation
seem
to
love it
what?
up there.
Just in terms of like frequency, policing ability, so on and so forth.
This is going to be a very cynical question, but can you all even patrol Polito?
Yeah, I was about to open up that can of worms, but
Yeah.
like, because if we're saying is crime in Polito bad, that's in comparison to what? In comparison to the city, absolutely not. The city is rampant 24/7. I mean,
Yeah.
does crime occur up there? Yes. Is it to the same degree that's going on in the city? Not even close.
Yeah, but is that like? And I don't mean to challenge you here, but is that like actual crime, or is that just your perception of crime because of how much you police up there?
Are you mean me?
No, PD in general, right? It's like,
Oh, he's getting
you
robot
know, like
again.
crime rates. You could be like, hey, look, there's all this drug dealing going on in the South Side. Crime rate is crazy up there, but a lot of that's because you're down there looking for it, right? Couldn't there be just as much going on up north, but you just don't see it?
Yeah, that's
Knew he was a robot.
that could be. My personal experience from policing is we get a lot more calls from in the city than we do anywhere else at the current moment.
A lot more people live in the city. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I live in Polito, and I don't hear gunshots or explosions constantly. So
Yeah, I haven't. The only thing I'll say is the number one thing that we're responding to right now is robbery, and I haven't
No, I
responded to
think
a
it's
single
probably internet
robbery up in
issues.
Toledo yet.
What,
Or gotten
like
a call for one.
robbery of people?
Correct.
Okay. I've heard
My
that
family
Toledo
stopped
is a
streaming
crime
Netflix.
bed right now.
Gee.
Julio lives there. I would agree with that. Yeah.
But hey, that's my suspended doctor.
Julio is a precious baby, please.
Yeah, please.
the
We love
fuck?
him. Please.
When you say
well,
crime bed, what are you referring to?
Yeah, I talked to Cornwood on the phone probably like a week ago. And he was saying like weed sales, fucking what was the other one?
Oh wow.
Yeah, a lot of weed getting sold up there. Fucking there's like one other crime that happens up there a lot that I just can't really recall off the top of my head.
All right, so weed. And
He's talking about he's talking about fucking someone renting supercars from Sandy Shores and like running around doing shit like that. It was so long ago I don't really remember the specifics, but he was desperate for you guys to essentially start policing up there.
Right.
What are your thoughts on running a sheriff election and reviving the country policing?
At the current moment, my thought is we don't have enough staffing in the existing police unit, let alone to start another department. Although I have been spoken to about this by him, and I do understand his passion for said thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have enough police to police the city right now. We don't have enough police to start a new department and open another office at the current moment. That is subject to change.
Okay. How is hiring going for you guys right now? Like, are you familiar with the process at all?
Again, I would be speaking out of line if I comment on something that's command. I'm not command, but I will speak for myself. It seems like we could use a few more officers. That's what I'll say.
Okay. So you think they're going a little slow?
The 3 PD academies, right?
Yeah, they're in the process of doing a pretty decent hiring right now.
Nice.
But if I were to say that we could handle another office opening up and a new department, I would not be doing the existing LSPD service, because we need more officers right now for LSPD.
Since Nakota's not willing to speak against his superiors, I will on his behalf.
Nice,
Hiring is not the
let's
issue
fucking
with this
go!
PD. It's retention. That has always been a historical issue. If you go through the MDT's profile section, they
Lance,
are
I love
shotgunning
you.
cadets on there left and right. And I
I
don't
love
know if
Lance
they're
right
just dropping
now.
out of the
I love
program at some
Lance.
point,
I
losing
could.
interest, or if it's a training bottleneck. But from what I could tell, just from talking to the various sources and what I could see in the MDT, they are hiring like crazy. That's just not translating to officers on the streets, and that I don't know where the problem is in that pipeline.
I know where it is.
Okay.
I was talking to a couple of prospective cadets a couple of nights ago, and apparently the FTOs were too exhausted to take them out on duty because they had to run an academy the day before. What's up with that? When there are 3 FTOs on duty and there's 2 cadets waiting to go out and no one's taking them out because they're too tired. Who's making them FTOs? They know what they signed up for. I'm sure they're getting extra pay or extra privileges with that, right?
No.
No, they don't get anything for it. They don't get extra pay or extra privileges. They get
why not? Why don't we start giving them money then for doing this job? Because it needs to happen.
I mean, Malcolm.
Yeah, that would be a discussion for me and the treasurer, I guess, to have, and another discussion again. While I am the PD liaison, I am not command, and I don't tell the captains what to do, unfortunately.
Okay. Next meeting. Well, first of all, can you talk about it with Edda? 1, 2.
Yes.
Can you bring at least one captain to the next council meeting? We can talk about that.
Question mark.
Do we what?
Tell the captains what to do.
Well, the police department. Which arm of the government are they operating under?
My belief.
executive, which is typically
Mayor's
not-
office. The mayor.
My-
That's
my
right. You
belief
don't
is
want to
that we
finish
as
that
the
sentence,
council
do
could
you? So you stopped
It's me.
because you know that would mean it's under the
control what to do
mayor.
via
He knows.
legislation,
He
right?
knows
we,
the answer.
We're not like
He knows
direct
he didn't want
reports
to
in
finish
terms of,
it.
like issuing orders or
So,
anything like that. but-
I will just point out that much like the implementation of the Standardized Uniform Time Act, things don't always work in this jurisdiction, they work elsewhere. So I'm not certain that we oversee the PD.
Why don't we define it?
I don't know if that's within our purview.
What about as far as like assisting in funding? Would that be where we could collaborate?
Are you talking to me, Etta?
Just in general, like I'm just putting it out there. Like, I mean,
I'm gonna have to.
I funded.
I'm gonna have to
3
talk to
police
Max about
academies
like
Yep.
because they were
afterwards.
bringing
I'm gonna have to
in
talk
a
about
bunch
the
of people,
PD and the DOJ's attrition
who,
problems
you know,
and how we've always
when
had them
you're
and
straight
like where
off
they come from.
you know, the plane, and you got $500 to your name, and you have to, you know, pay out, you know, for your loadout for academy. You know, it's yeah, you end up broke real quick. So it was only 30,000 per, so or almost 40,000 per actually.
Yeah, this was state funds.
Yes.
Um,
Because you know, I mean, like you said, we need police on the streets.
yeah, we did.
Perfect pillow talk.
Okay. I will work on finding out who's technically oversight for the police department insofar as sections of the government, whatever. That said, Nakota, are you an FTO?
I am, yes.
Is the job tiring for you?
I'm fairly new to it, so I can't speak to the people that have been doing it for a very long time. There is a big difference between going out and policing for
okay?
8 hours or 5 hours
The
or however
explosion.
many hours people go out to, and taking someone along with you and trying to teach them
yeah.
the ropes.
It is very exhausting.
How long are you permitted to take these cadets out?
4 hours, I believe, is a standard FTO
That's
shift.
per cadet, though, right? Like you're not limited in
Correct.
your FTO time.
To my knowledge, no.
Are you required to take cadets out? Can you refuse at any point?
I believe if you sign up to be an FTO, you are doing so under the understanding that you will be regularly taking out cadets to train them. That's the point of being a field training officer.
But there's no punishment for an FTO being like, nah, I don't really feel like it today.
I don't know that. Once again, I know it's a convenient excuse, but unfortunately, right now in PD, we have a very our ranking structure is very rigid, and so that is one thing that I can find out, but I am not I don't have all this information available to me in the immediate.
Okay.
Sucks
The
that
safety and
PD
security of the
liaison
island of
doesn't
Los
know like
Santos
anything.
depends upon
or
the
not anything.
efficiency
Doesn't know a lot of any
of
like doesn't know a lot
the
of
police
actual
department
like,
and
PD,
whatever
like,
branches
operations
arise
and
from that.
policies. Like, how are they supposed to be able to
I think
help
it's
if they don't have
important
the
for us to
knowledge?
figure out why it's taking so long for them to get on their feet. And if it continues to be this way, I'm going to be interested in launching an investigation into who's making what happen and why it's not happening the way that it should. Tell your captains that.
To provide a little
Yeah,
bit
it does
of,
seem like they should, or at
historical
least
context
have
that might
like
help you all
captain
with these
ranking.
conversations. In the past, we have had
They should be coming to him with open
Senate-mandated,
arms. I agree. I don't know why they're not.
bonus
It's
for
weird. It's weird
FTOs.
to me that there's not
Basically,
conversations
if you
happening
took out a
regarding like
cadet,
how he can
you
actually
were granted
assist
a
the
bonus
department
by the state.
and like what issues are
It
happening.
did accomplish its goals. You know, it did encourage more FTOs to be produced. It did encourage more cadets taken out. However, the trade-off of that was people were primarily motivated for the money in some cases. So while the number of officers on the street did increase, the quality did drop. You know, that's not my place anymore to say if that's a worthy
look
trade-off.
how Lance
but,
came to us and actually
historically,
asked what
that is
our
happened
issues
in the
are
past,
and is
is
like acting
we
on
were
them. Look
able
how
to
Lance is
achieve
actually like
desirable
doing
numbers,
stuff. I don't know.
but at what cost?
Well, the cost, Dakota himself has said multiple times that they don't have enough cops to police just the city. Right. The cost is that I want more police officers. Nakoda wants more police officers. Blah blah blah. We don't have time to incubate them like they're fucking chicken
I
eggs.
think also the bonus pay that they got back then was also outrageous.
Yeah, slacks. I agree.
if we
Like a
came-
lot.
Yeah, like
Our
thousands,
training
tens
pay
of
was dumb
thousands.
too. We got $5K an hour for training at the hospital, which is
Yeah,
insane.
it was a lot.
I mean, the bonus was a lot, but in an inflated economy, it wasn't
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there. But my point is,
Yeah.
you can't achieve the results. Like this is a way to go about it.
But I mean,
That
FTO
is
pay
a-
isn't out of the question.
If I can just
my
say,
books.
that is one way to go about it, is money, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes and I've had conversations with people who have said more money, while it's nice, sometimes it cannot curb burnout from from just naturally feeling burned out for all intents and purposes.
So
That's what therapy is
the
for.
captains are delegating the ability to train new officers to these FTOs. They get silently burn out, do not tell their superiors. The captains keep counting on people who aren't actually there to do their job. Cadets stop getting trained.
Yes.
Less cops are out on the street as a
Yes.
result, right?
Yes.
Like, are
He's
you required
correct.
to report burnout?
No, he's
are,
correct.
Are you required to inform your superiors at any point that you're just not able to do the job that you told them that you're going to do? Is that like a thing
That's
for the
the
process?
attrition problem. Yes.
I mean, you'd follow chain of command, but yeah, it's not. No one's afraid to tell somebody that they feel burned out. But I know that. How do I say this? While I can provide some insight, at the end of the day, I think you'll be better served, Mayor, actually sitting down with the captains and having these conversations with them directly.
So I don't want to. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm grilling you. I'm just trying to.
No,
learn
I
about
don't
the
feel
process.
grilled. I don't feel grilled at
Okay,
all. I'm just
good,
being.
good,
I'm
good.
being frank. I'll talk honestly. I think at the end of the day, as we are currently structured, it is the captains who make the decisions. And at the end of the day, while I'm the liaison, I am still just an officer. And if you feel strongly about certain aspects of the PD, I would highly recommend you go to meet with the captains and communicate these things to them.
Sure. From the outside, it seems like you guys need a chief. And from the outside, it seems like Polito is somewhat lawless right now. And it's not your guys' fault. I know that you're working with what you've got. I think a first tier solution to the problem should be throwing money at the people who are training new cops. I don't think it should be outrageous like it was in the past. I think we should account for our current economy, most certainly.
Right.
I think a bonus each time they complete a full session with a cadet is reasonable. And Nakoda, you can talk to Edda about what amount that would be, right? If there's still retention issues, then we can start getting into like the root cause of all of this corruption, or not corruption. Sorry, when I say corruption, I mean like, you know how like a tree starts to like get sick and it dies because that's what
Slow rot.
The rotting, not corruption. Okay, that's I just wanted to inquire about the current state of the police department and whatnot.
I left
on
groceries
that
on my
topic,
door
could I
for
broach
2.5 hours.
things very quickly?
Oops.
Sure.
This is like
They're
a little
fine.
bit
It's
of a
cold
point
outside.
of confusion for
It's
me
raining.
personally, but I would like to hear
Right?
everyone's
Whoops, I
thought
just
at
grabbed
least.
those.
So I put two proposals in some of
I forgot I
the
had those.
suggestions I made today. One is for a motor unit, and another one is for our K9 unit.
Sure.
Oh no, I would
like
have
you were
remembered
just
if it was ice
saying,
cream. I
Mayor,
don't fuck around
drug
with
calls
that.
are happening out the wazoo, and the reality of the
Ice cream's in the
situation is
freezer,
at this
babes.
current moment, if we believe if
Ugh.
someone is involved in a drug call, the best thing we can do right now is pull them over and engage them in a traffic stop.
I have
if
like
they
sugar
break
snap
a
peas
traffic
with hummus and
infraction.
some blackberries
If
and
they
some
flee
cheese.
from us,
and I have some
it's
salami. I pretty much
obviously
have everything I need
escalated,
to
right?
make
Then
a
that's
cheese
reckless
board.
evading, and all
I had
bets
to
are off.
replenish my
But,
cheese board supplies.
there's a whole proposal in there for K9. Drug calls are going to be the #1 thing.
I would love to
Have you
see
have you
Baskin
shown your
ice cream.
captain
Send me
the
Baskin
proposals?
Robbins, please.
Yes, they've all seen them. So
Cookie
this is
Do
what I was
they
gonna
like them?
or Cold Stone.
as far as I'm
Give me
aware,
Cold
they're
Stone.
they're
Give me
quite
some
happy with
sweet
both of
cream.
them. But
Do you
the
think that they need them like ASAP?
Yeah, I think we need motor and K9 immediately. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Then I will say that it's not the
showed
council's
you
decision to approve that.
my charcuterie
We
board.
unfortunately
Look at it. Look
cannot
at
use
its
state funds
beauty.
to give money to make that happen.
I told you how to
So
grab
the
a
fundraising
croissant
will have to happen
earlier.
internally. That said, I don't think you guys need council approval to start pushing for that. It's your
See, if you
captains who
just
need
do a
to push for it.
charcuterie
to the
board
state.
and you just put it next to
Which
you
I'm so
while you're streaming,
yeah, I just
hear me
wanted to
out.
get
If you do a
clarity on
charcuterie
that.
board, you
I
just
just
put it
wanted to
next
make
to you while
everyone
you're
aware
streaming,
that I was
okay? You
that
just
those
eat.
things were things
You
that
don't have
we
to get
wanted,
up.
and if that's
You just
something
can
we need to
eat
go to the state
anytime.
directly,
Give you
then
little
that's also
bites.
perfectly
It's
fine, and I
great.
will
Yeah.
communicate that.
I think Max has said it pretty well.
And you can
but I just wanna
pretend like you're
reiterate
being
for
healthy because there's some
sake of it,
grapes. There's
as far
fruit
as
here.
I understand currently,
This is healthy.
the way that
It
PD is
counts. There's even
overseen in terms
dates.
of executive branch direction,
It looks
we
like
are
something a
not in
goblin would
control of
eat.
PD.
That
We have certain parameters that are given to us that we can operate within. So I'll split hairs here and say, for example, I don't think that we're in a position to create a sheriff position in Toledo.
I don't
Do
remember
I
the
think
name
we're
of
in a
this cheese right
position
now.
to incentivize the training of additional officers by proffering
I think
state
it's
funds
I think
for
this was
FTOing?
aged. I think it was
Possibly,
smoked
right?
aged Gouda.
But again, we're kind of splitting hairs. So Max and I will do some research on that, and I guess we'll have to table the outcome.
I will
I think
say
the
last thing I'll
cheddar
say
is
for
hidden right now.
transparency's sake, depending on
Just some
the
cheddar, 'cause
outcome
how
of
do you have
that
a cheeseburger
discussion
without-
is I'm not sure
Holy
when you
girl
talked to
dinner.
Cornwood, Max, but he came to me about
There's more
half
than
a
one
week ago.
cherry. Look,
And
1,
he
2,
kind of
3,
was
4, 5,
spitballing
6,
something
7, 8.
similar.
The cherries.
Just for the advisement of everyone here. Basically,
Blackberries,
I advised him
strawberries,
that he should
dates,
try to do everything
salam,
internally first,
prosciutto.
just because that's going to be smoother and more efficient. But
Right.
if he feels that there's a need,
Peanut butter on those
he
pretzels,
should
yes.
maybe
Trader
find
Joe's,
a
you
group of
know.
like-minded
attention.
individuals and just patrol the area under the LSPD banner. And then if there is a lot of crime happening there, he can catalog
Oh,
it
it was
and bring it to the
Fontina,
council
the
if
red
that is something
cheese.
that's within our purview to
This
show
was
us that it might be
Fontina.
needed.
This is Fontina.
Yeah, I talked to him as well,
then a
and
baby
he
brie,
told me
a
that
little
he
baby
has
brie.
a bunch of reports from Blade County that he's interested in presenting. So he took your advice
Baguette,
and ran with it.
croissant,
Okay.
Good.
crackers.
Yeah, and I just want to preface this by
Little
saying
hazelnut
many,
wafers.
many moons ago, before the collapse, there was, a lot of interesting
Nice
crime that
raclette.
used
Raclette
to
is meant
occur
to
in
be
Sandy
heated
and up
with either a
north. So
hot
I'm not,
knife or on a stone, but
I'm
I
not
have a
trying
raclette
to play
grill
dumb to
because
that
I'm
fact.
a
I
fucking
just mean
freak.
we need to get our bearings in the city, and then we can start branching out if we want to be effective all across the state.
Okay. I talked to Slacks
It's
probably
Italian.
about a couple of weeks ago.
I have the Trader Joe's truffle cheese.
And
is
it was
incredible.
his
Don't pay attention.
idea and impression that the chief of the LSPD would be selected by the Council of Eight, as a sort of emulation of how city councils typically work. I told him that we wouldn't be opposed to that. I think we could probably make a good decision on that front. And he told me that sheriffs are typically elected internally within the police department through voting and whatnot. So I would like to propose potentially following a bit of investigation from Crane and I in the realm of what the actual purview of the state is over the police department, that we begin looking for candidates to become the first chief of police of the LSPD, so that we can finally complete their chain of command, so that we can start addressing the issues around hiring and all of the stuff that are keeping us from living to our best. That's all. Just something to think about.
Okay.
Does anyone? We kind of got off subject. Any other proposals?
We got to do the unresolved shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I got something cool.
Ooh.
Oh, the tags.
Go to you watch me do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Go to reports and select city council doc,
I wish I could see.
and then under tags, pick one from the CC headline.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, the grapes were chilled.
That's nice.
Actually, wait, why isn't it working?
There's red wine and white wine
I don't know
for each.
if you gotta still set up the perms, but I cannot assign tags currently. I could view them all.
Well, no, I can.
I'll just
the
ask him
tag stuff
after
is
that
working,
I
but
tell him
I'm
I can't
concerned
see
because I
anything.
did a
Is that
search.
supposed to be that
And
way?
I
You
searched
just still
by a
see
certain
everything?
tag, but I'm seeing everything. So
Yeah.
I gotta talk to the technician about that.
Yeah,
But anyways, that
search-
should be working
yeah,
soon.
Searching tags.
Either
are
way,
being a
it's
little
easier
fucky.
reading the colors on the right than it is the tags on the left.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. So the unresolved was in the. Where was it?
think it was in Nakota's stuff, maybe the 2120.
2020 was mine.
Oh, the cherries have pits.
Yes. Okay. So unresolved. Mask policy. Are we banning masks in public places?
So we decided that anywhere that's either government or state owned, they can be requested to remove it, or could be.
I'm still just like,
right?
Right?
Yeah. Love that.
Like,
Love
Siobhan,
that.
Unanimous
And that's
approval.
You
for
wrote
everyone.
this?
It stopped. Yeah.
License
Yeah.
points.
When is the top
Any
Spellman's
opposed to
Rhea?
that?
License points? Question
No,
mark?
no.
I'm
The
still
mask.
dead.
Suspension.
I'm
Oh,
still dead.
Max is good.
Caught,
We landed at this
seen,
point.
attacked.
Yeah, unit. Go
License
on.
points. Currently, the unwritten policy is that if you reach 20 points on your license through traffic offenses or otherwise, it is suspended. Your license is considered suspended until some of those points fall off naturally.
You
There
guys said
is
that.
no
you guys started talking about
policy
alcohol,
or
and I
driver's training course
subconsciously
in
didn't
place.
realize I reached for
There
the
are no plans.
bottle of gin.
Are
Can't
we
do a beach
okay
episode
with 20
that's
being
drunk
the
unless
limit, and are we
everyone's
okay
drunk.
with the
Everyone
automatic
knows.
roll off of?
Then you do stupid drunk things, and
Yep.
it's funny.
Yep.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
all that.
Okay. Vehicle
Gin
exceptions
straight, you
for
guys love it.
commercial parking. We created a law that specifically increases the fine for illegal parking of a commercial vehicle. This seems strange to me.
Well, someone said
This
Jameson.
is this is just what I was referring to about the larger vehicles that physically can't fit into a
I have
legal
Jameson
parking spot.
too, and Bailey's in
I don't
my
know if you
house
were
right
out of the
now.
room when I said that, but that's
And
basically just going to be
watermelon
down to
vodka.
officer discretion and reading the situation and seeing.
All right,
Yeah,
so we'll just leave that unwritten then.
Yep.
For the cops.
That's fine.
Prison, is that just a general note? What is that?
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
some
we
of
all
us
made a
called
report
some
took a little sip.
things, but
It's a
see?
Saturday.
I think
took
the
a little
general
sip of the gin.
consensus is we don't want
Straight, no chaser.
yeah, the general consensus was there's bigger fish
Oh,
to
hold on,
fry,
hold
I
on.
think, but
yeah.
I see some very interesting notes here at the bottom from Mr. Alan Crane.
Oh.
Carmine Bobby Dans. Can you elaborate on that, sir?
Yeah.
Carmine
Carmine and
Bobby
Bobby
Dans?
are both prolific appliers to the DOC and PD. They inevitably always commit some kind of stupid violent crime, whether it be kidnapping or whatever. They're complete dumb fucks who are wastes of time and space and society, and perhaps in some people's eyes, sperm.
Yep.
In reality, there is literally nothing that goes on at the prison right now. In fact, we've got reports of people smuggling in and out and doing a whole host of things. So my facetious idea would be, why don't we make like a, Lord of the Flies type experience over there and give Bobby and Carmine something to do from harassing the rest of us.
I love this idea.
Yeah,
And then
that's
Dan's
great.
is any
Oh
member
my
of the Dan
God.
clan should be able to be hired as DOs.
Oh my god.
Well, I met probably 4 or 5 people from the Dan clan. They have that sort of lack of empathy that I think a correctional officer is probably very good at.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Michael,
that's good.
Why don't we just bring back the pit and we make the last jump impossible?
God, please no. Please no. I was stuck there for 4 fucking hours.
It took me
man.
6 hours to
I
get out of
completed
the
it the
pit.
first day in 40 minutes.
You did 40 minutes. It took me 6 hours.
What's the
I
pit?
did it.
Oh,
you
you missed
Max, you have
out.
no
My
idea.
Have you ever seen Batman?
Oh.
I did
it. It was
I did
great.
it.
I think I heard about it. Yeah.
Pit. That
So-
was
Yeah.
a huge pit. I think by the racetrack. And there were
Yeah, the
cells
Redwood
down
Lights
there.
track.
There was like a little pool down there. There was fire and everything. It was huge, and there was these rocks that were platforms that you had to jump.
That's where
and
Bane-
climb, and you
Bane
miss a
came
step,
from the
you
pit.
fall down, and you have to start all the way from fucking scratch, and it went all around
Yep.
the wall, like the interior wall of this circular fucking
Giant
pit,
parkour
and
nightmare.
it took
Yeah.
hours for the majority.
It was so hard. Apparently not for
I-
crying.
And
It
if
actually,
you think-
well,
and if you
actually, it
think-
wouldn't work now because, well, my
Yes.
bones are just so tired. I
Yeah.
can't stand up after slumping so quickly
Yeah,
anymore.
that's an
Yeah.
issue
But if
now.
you
Yeah.
think that, you could just fly a helicopter down there to grab people, no, that shit exploded. That shit
No,
fucking
yeah,
exploded.
Yeah, no,
It's,
helicopters
that-
did
yeah.
not
Without
fly in.
slumping,
It
by the
was
way.
crazy.
It jammed the yeah.
Yeah, it was doable without slumping.
It just made
Yeah,
it
I did it without slump. I just hugged the wall a lot.
If I could just one thing about DOC, according to the memorandum establishing the council, it sounds like
Checking his
DOC falls
jumps.
under the purview
Let's
of the
try to see if we
PD.
can
Am I correct?
jump puzzle.
We can
saying
amend
this?
that.
Yeah, we can make it not the case.
One
Okay.
other addition to this list of people. What about the little ones? Throw them in there. They'd love it. They always used to say they own the prison, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of feel like we should make like a island of misfit mascots and hope that they gravitate towards it.
Are we
Sure.
still going by the no crimes punishable in prison deal?
Yes, I'm not. Well, okay. My opinion is that I am not encouraged to create a whole system of documentation and report writing and MDT access for the Littlemans, the Dans, and Bobby
Yeah,
and Carmine.
I think if we go with like the Dan and Carmine route as a trial, then yeah, who like the black place is a black hole, right? But if we're wanting a more rigid DOC down the line, then maybe we revisit the legality of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
right now I'm literally just
I love how all these
suggesting
council members
that I
speak like they're
hire
all gonna get
those
like
people.
stay in
Nothing
their
else.
positions.
Like, I'm not gonna.
Just let them do whatever. Yeah.
I don't
So-
even care if they come to
Except
me
for
and
the
they're
mayor's
like, I need this
people.
or I need that.
Everybody
I'm
else
just
speaks
gonna say,
like
figure
they're like, we'll figure it out later down the line. I'm like,
Do you what,
do
Crane?
you think that you'll still be in your
No,
position?
no.
Their DOC receives $500 an hour.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
They can have
All
that.
right.
Why not?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
The lowest pay easily, but yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Crane, do you want to draft up a document for this?
Yeah, I'll work on it.
Okay.
Is there going to
I
be
can do- I-
medical available up there? Because I know that it's already dangerous.
Dakota, you're already one step further than what we just said.
I'm of
Okay.
opinion it's not necessary.
You're overthinking this, Dakota.
No,
I'm just thinking about how this is going to end up. I'm going to end up there.
Dakota.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Facilities on site.
Okay.
We've
so
had
EMS will not be
yeah.
required to respond to the prison. Okay.
Okay.
Look, to
Yeah,
quote
pretty
a
much,
very
yeah.
famous, what was it, Russian or Ukrainian? Eastern European boxer, if he dies, he dies.
Oh,
He was
absolutely.
Russian.
I mean,
He was Russian.
it's a risk you take going to prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's honestly, this whole thing
yeah.
for me is just out of sight, out of mind. I want to go to Burger or Senor Buns and not run into Bobby Charles.
Yeah.
Same.
They got
Oh,
people
he
so
knocked on
true,
our
like
door
everywhere
earlier,
else that can grab
too.
'em. So yeah, it's all
So
good.
true.
I also had it suggested
Oh.
that if we could put a metal detector in front of Senor Buns, that would be beneficial to the whole city. But I don't know what the logistics.
Oh my god.
Yeah, most of the stabbings happen on the fucking sidewalk anyway.
And
Okay.
by employees who work the back anyway.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm well aware.
Okay.
So since it's the list of people that we've outlined, do we want to make it so you can be a DOC despite being a felon? Do we want to just that's the one government role you can just have? I'm pretty sure some of these people already have.
Honestly, my plan
Yeah.
is just to write the
Felonies?
legislation, we approve it, and then I just hire people until I'm told to stop.
Fuck it. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm down. It's prison. They're
It's-
up there. They have felonies. That
If
works.
100-year-old man walks up to me talking about, the South will rise again, I'm gonna hire him. It's just how it's gonna go.
Oh my.
Fuck yeah!
Jesus.
All right.
I just PTSD.
So he'll die
Why
in
not?
prison, guys.
Problem
Yeah,
solved.
better for
There you
everybody.
go. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, but
I really need to
Okay.
pee.
Yeah,
paying
pee.
these people.
You're only paying them while they're
it's not
at
that
the
much
prison.
money. And,
Yeah,
they would have
they
to be there
they have to sign
actively.
in.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
She just
pay
squatting
would
in the
be
corner.
Listen,
very
that's
negligible.
beyond us. That
Yeah.
Okay.
again, that's not our problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that would add up too incredibly hard.
We're not giving them weapons, right?
No.
God no.
I'm gonna block their phone numbers after I hire them.
Hell yeah.
Is there an armory in prison still?
Last time I checked, there wasn't.
Okay, well,
Oh,
there you
problem
go.
solved. There you go.
Yeah. They could bring in a fucking wrench from ammunition, like.
Yeah,
shit.
they can supply themselves. And if they, in the process, get arrested for doing something, well, then there you go.
That is going. God, I almost.
I love that so
like
much.
a
Speaking
gallery
of
viewing.
utter
Just
chaos,
Sit there
did
and
we-
watch it.
We can sell tickets.
Did we ever
Honestly.
find out about the duels to the death? Because I'm very invested in.
I
how
haven't
that-
now
I
they're-
haven't worked on it yet.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I just love that idea.
It is a great
Right.
idea. And
Wait, they love the Death Coliseum?
The combat though, that was fun to watch.
Fuck yeah, good. Okay.
So, the final note that I have
Oh my
to
God.
present was someone suggested to me that people with misuse of a rental vehicle should not be able to rent from that guy anymore.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Oh.
Couldn't be more in support of it. Don't know how feasible it actually is.
So, leave the feasibility to Crane and I. Okay, just strictly from your guys' perspective as council members, how do you feel about that idea?
I wanted
think-
this desperately before the collapse.
I think day one, I would have been okay with it. Aren't rental fees like outrageous now? Like, do we care if they're still like giving outrageous amounts of money to the government for a day or a week?
That's a good point. Does the rental stuff go to the government?
I just assumed.
Yeah, I
do we
assumed it
know?
went to a state fund. So,
I hope so.
maybe it doesn't. I guess I'm thinking out loud.
Fucking
That one,
pretty
I don't
pretty.
know off the top of my
Edda
head,
can
I'll have
figure
to-
that out.
Yeah.
All she has to do is go
okay.
rent a
Hey.
vehicle using her own money, then check the state account for the
If it's going to
transaction.
the state fund, I would rather just keep renting at exorbitant rates and paying the state.
Yeah, yeah.
I could get behind that too, but I don't hate the concept if that's not how it works.
If it's not the case, I'll let y'all know.
Okay. We'll shelf that for now. Juno, you aware?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you aware? Oh, I know you are now because you responded.
Am I aware?
Yeah, like
Kind of,
aware of your surroundings.
Oh yeah,
No-
yeah, yeah. No, I'm here.
Okay. What was next?
We did everything.
Yay!
Wow, look at that. Yeah.
So
Hooray!
I need to draft mask policy license points. We, as a group, need to review Michael's rewritten VDM legislation before next meeting.
Okay.
And
Sorry, keep going.
Juno's gonna redo Parks and Rec. I'm gonna work on prison, and then I will work on enacting everything we approved.
Okay. One final thing. Let's, as a group, if you guys want to present anything in the future, myself included, because I had some notes that I made, but it wasn't like actually official or whatever. Try to keep like a notes document for yourself or anything like that, so that we can all come prepared with like a documents to show everyone else that everyone can reference and read through preemptively, so that we can get here and everyone's kind of like aware of what's going down or what's going to be presented. So
Eliminate
try
surprises.
to come to the next meeting with everything documented.
I know we had a report made for the second one where people just noted what they wanted to talk about. Do we
Wait,
want
so
to
the
do
religious
that
one got passed too?
again, so we can like write it down. Like I could have put the
Can't wait to tell
motorcycle
Sony.
helmets
Sonny,
one
it's
in
Sony.
that, but I
Wow.
didn't feel
Sonny.
it necessary to make a whole new report. No.
Yeah, there's a meeting agenda document. I'm gonna edit it so it goes to the top.
Oh, perfect. Okay. We're just using the same one over and over again.
Yeah,
fine
we
with
can
me.
just put our name and then the things that we
Sure.
want to bring forward.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I will do that.
Sick.
Easy guys.
Oh, it didn't go to the top. What makes it go to the top?
I
Oh,
don't
it might
think
be
anything
new.
does.
It's
I
the
think
time
they're
when it's
just-
created.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
that'd be a
So
new
we'd have to make
one.
a new one, but we could just. I mean, we could make a new one. What do you? Yeah, either works.
No, that's fine. We'll use the old one. It's got the exclamation points in the name. It's in miscellaneous.
That works.
Okay. Well, good meeting everyone. I feel like we got some
Okay.
good shit done today.
Absolutely.
Oh, I need Siobhan and Max real quick.
Sure.
Interesting.
I think I fucked up on my phone, and I think I deleted your new numbers and kept your old ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here's me card.
Hold on.
I'll just text you, Alan, to make your life easier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
I texted you.
Good.
All right, thank you.
Pleasure.
Do you need anything else from me, Crane, for a civilian oversight board before you get that started in the
Max,
coming
let's
days?
let's chat in your office.
Yeah. Do you need anything else, Crane?
No, I'm gonna sit here and enact everything and then make an announcement about it all.
Oh, wait. The trial gun licenses.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
Please.
Hold on. Siobhan.
Take it, you'll update the Trello board.
I got to do some science real quick before I start handing them out. I'm going to issue myself one and go buy one and then see to make sure that it's the same as I think it is with the cereal and all that. And then I will come back and handle everything for you guys. And I have a meeting before that with Solomon Walker. So I'll get back to you guys in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sick.
Do you all need food or anything, or has the meeting concluded?
I need food. I need food. Do you have food? Like real food?
No, I just have energy bars.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm starving. I was
Here you
gonna
go.
like run.
Here you go.
Thank you, Jonathan.
No problem.
Hey, wait, you have
Yes?
good news for you, son.
Do it.
Yeah, you should. Max, Judah and I need to... Why don't you just come in and have this...
Why don't I... What?
Do you want to tell Jonathan his good news first?
Johnny, guess what?
Yes, sir.
Expungements are now 100,000 if they occurred before today. One time.
Wait. So, like, people are getting refunded 400,000 for the expungements they already had?
No one got an expungement.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this does nothing.
Well, no. What it does is anyone who got a did any crimes or whatever before this date gets to pay $100,000 to have all of the to go through the expungement process a one time for 100,000.
Bill me.
Oh, I can't.
God damn it.
I'm not a judge.
Fuck.
Hey,
I'm
there's
sorry.
a wild crane running around somewhere. You should go hunt him down.
Hey, calm down.
He's
Calm down.
excited.
Sorry.
My advice would be to not bother Crane. Beb, can you get a hold of a judge for Johnny here, possibly?
Okay, yeah, I can sometimes make them appear, as you've seen. One sec.
Indeed. I gotta rest my eyes. Very briefly.
Emelina's gonna be
Johnny, I gotta talk
asleep.
to Juno privately, so if you
Ottoman
could
might be able to show up.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Juno, you can lock the door too, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Vito a quick call.
Okay.
I'll be outside.
I have reached out to the most likely judge to be available, which is Norman. My response is to Poppy. I'm not gonna tell him. I'm just gonna send Bobby Charles memes. Text to see if she responds. And Bobby Charles sent back. Vivek would make a great DOC. That's what he gets. He should go be hired too. Vivek, Bobby, and Carmine running the prison. Lord of the Flies. The Ego Act was already passed. What do you mean? Actually. This isn't a referral. I just think it would be funny. Oh, Sunny's having phone issues. Good thing I looked at Twatter. Wait, I have to pee. Oops. I'll be right back. Hopefully I don't miss any juicy convo. Man, I was just thinking about, like, Siobhan been playing tank all fucking week. She been playing tank all week. There's no healer. The DPS keeps standing in fire, and the other one we have no idea where they are on the map. I know, BJ9. I know that feel. I'm sorry. I hate my life as healer, for fuck's sake. It's fun as the tank, let me tell you, because you die, okay, you die, and then everyone wipes, right? Because the tank died, and you know is because the healer was fucking la landing out trying to heal the DPS who keeps standing and fucking shit, okay? And it's really that DPS's fault, okay? But if the healer had just kept you alive, we could have made it through. It would have just taken a little bit longer. Just let that fucking stupid DPS die. But you can't yell at the healer because then you know the healer's just gonna fucking leave. It's gonna take you 10 fucking minutes to even get a new one, right? And then they gotta run to where you're at. And it is just suffering. It is just suffering. And it's literally, no. Yeah, DPS aren't people, we just let them die. It's always the DPS's fault, but they'll never take credit. They'll be like, healer was like not even healing me. I kept taking damage. Tank, are you even fucking taunting? Like, I feel like I was getting aggro. You're like, shut the fuck up. Now watch me play New World where I play DPS and I'm literally the DPS that I fucking cry about. Or ESO. Somehow have it all together when I'm playing tank, but I become a DPS and my fucking brain falls out the back of my skull. This is the first time I've allowed this term in my chat, by the way. First time I allowed that term in. honestly. Actually, I think I allowed it. Yeah. Because, well, let's be real. They should be. No, they finally like did better stuff for armor where it was like more worth it to like wear heavy gear after everybody was abusing light armor greatsword like a fucking bitch with like rolls for days. I was not alive. Hi, Juno. Are you not alive?
No, I'm here. I was just
Okay.
reading stuff.
I need something. Let's do it. Doesn't that look tasty?
Yes, but I don't like the way that the photo is taken.
Okay, well that's fine. You can hate that, okay? You're lucky
What are those, like-
you're lucky there was a light on for this.
What are those like small square things with like lighter
Little
brown
hazelnut
spot-
wafers. Little hazelnut
Oh.
wafers. You see little hazelnut wafers?
No, not the wafers. The ones
Peanut butter
that
filled
are-
pretzels?
I hate that.
Why do you hate that?
I hate peanut butter.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Also, don't you like red grapes?
You only like red grapes? What's wrong with green grapes? They go
No,
better
no, I
with the
just-
cheeses.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. They go better with
Oh,
those
okay.
cheeses, with Fontina and like and herbed
this yours?
chev.
Is
Yes.
this what you made?
Yes. So I did the best I could, you know. All right. I'm not a chefer. I'm a lawyer.
I mean, I'd eat this. for
Okay, that's all
sure.
I want to hear. They said the salam
Hi.
and the. Oh, hi.
Okay. Yeah, I'd eat
Is
this.
the door locked?
Yeah, it is.
I don't want you to be left out. This is what we're talking about.
Oh.
Have you ever just had like a plain baguette dipped in olive oil?
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
Charcuterie board?
Yes. That's back at the trailer. I made that. That's me.
Love it.
Juno
a
was
little
judging
bit,
my peanut
the-
butter pretzels. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? She doesn't like peanut
Oh.
butter. I learned something new today.
So I've never had a charcuterie board with peanut butter pretzels in it, Beb.
Okay, well, we live in a I can't even finish it. We live in a trailer. What do you want? I'm assimilating to the culture.
That is pretty trailer trash, I will admit. This cheese looks good though. And a gabagoo. Okay. What do you want to talk about, Juno?
The shit show that happened during that meeting.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
I don't know, man. I mentioned that we needed to talk about some things. You opened the door to have that conversation, and then you said, "Why are we even having this conversation?" And you literally.
I opened the door because Crane was whining like a pussy, and he was like, maybe I'll go have a cigarette, blah blah blah. You know, fuck him. No one tells me when I get to talk about something, so I lashed out and I was like, hey, fuck off. We're gonna talk about this right now.
But
That's
then
why.
Then why did you backtrack after that fact? And then
I
and
got out
then-
of control, and you called me out in front of all these motherfuckers. They already don't trust me, man.
Max,
not-
I haven't
Don't want it
spoken
there.
to you. I was more than happy to have that, and I get it. What you literally just explained, I get it. But like, sometimes, dude, you just gotta swallow your fucking pride. If that conversation, I think it was a mistake on both our parts having that in front of everyone. All I wanted to do was address the fact that there were things to talk about, and that was it. Whether it be discussed today or another day.
You prefaced it with the illusion that I've not been around, which I have been around, just later at night. You're
Yeah.
giving them the impression that I'm not doing my job, and that's
No,
not what my chief of staff should be doing.
Max, but you know for a fact that that is not the intention, right?
They don't know that.
Okay, then if we're going to talk about what it seems like to other people, then can we address the fact that, like, there's clearly a miscommunication, because you're saying one thing and I'm hearing I'm under the impression of a different thing.
Right.
it wasn't the last time we saw each other. We even came to an agreement on bringing, for example, Jack on for like Chamber of Commerce shit and whatever.
Mhm.
And then today you're like, you basically were like, no, we agreed to this and that X, Y, and Z, and I'm telling you that was not communicated. I'm receiving, and I know exactly what you're gonna say to this. You're like, who
Mhm.
gives a fuck? I'm receiving text messages every couple of days from Lang about an
Yeah.
update, about shit. Because yes, promises have been made. And again, who gives a shit if we backtrack on that shit? I get it. But at the same time, perception matters a lot,
Sure.
especially in my world. So me having been a communicator to these people saying this and that, these are the things that we're going to aim to work on, and then suddenly it seeming a different kind of way doesn't exactly leave the best impression. And also, I will be honest, people jump to conclusions, and that is out of our control. But the most that I could do is try to fucking contain that spread of misinformation or accusations and assumptions and shit.
So if perception matters, why did you call me out in front of every other counselor in that meeting?
You called me out.
Mm-hmm.
Music timing.
Your
we
role
both
is subservient
literally-
to mine, Juno. You are my subordinate. You
Max-
can't do that.
Maxi, but you know for a fact that wasn't my intention. You wanted to have that conversation, and I had that conversation. It wasn't my intention to call you out in any sort of way.
You ambushed me in front of all of them, Juno.
You think I didn't feel fucking ambushed with the immediate fucking questions?
I had to counter you.
Max, when I said there's things that we need to talk about, you got defensive and you wanted me to elaborate on that.
Because the insinuation is that I haven't been doing my job.
Then I think we both made mistakes during that, for sure.
What was my mistake?
Max, you literally you embarrassed me in front of everyone. You accused me of not pushing anything, and without even any clear communication whatsoever with
I didn't accuse you of that.
No, yes, you did, by saying,
What?
look at what Michael's been doing. You do realize I went to Michael and I was like, let's do this. We're not receiving any communication from Max. Let's write something up, and then if anything, we either push it or we show it to Max when he is around. That whole premise,
I don't think
idea,
anyone thought that you weren't doing anything when
But
I
that
when
you
I was
gave-
I
No,
I was
that's not-
highlighting
that's
Mike's
not what
work because he's put in
saying.
work.
That's not what I'm saying. What you made it seem like Michael's doing everything in terms of that whole business stuff, and I didn't do shit. You asked me why I
didn't
wasn't
know
doing
that you did
anything.
anything.
Yeah, but you jumped to a conclusion, didn't you? And that's
Well,
the
why
issue
wouldn't I
here.
assume that he was the sole writer when he didn't correct me or you? No one said anything, man.
I said something.
When?
I said it. I said Michael
Okay,
and I met up.
I feel like you did say that, and then I immediately said, Mike and Juno worked on this. Okay.
Yeah. When it was addressed later on, yes, you acknowledged that, and I'll give you that.
Yeah,
That's why.
and I didn't know.
And that's the thing, because there hasn't been any communication. And I know that and I'm not going to fault you for it because you haven't been around during the time that I have been around. It's like, and I'm not going to fault you for it because you could immediately fault me for not being around during those hours because I've been fucking sick, and that wouldn't be fair on both of us.
I don't
That would
fault
just be
anyone for
outright.
not being available ever. I know that
Yeah, and
people shit diverges all the time.
Yeah, and I'm not faulting you for not being around either. I always said he could be burnt out and whatever.
No, I'm not burned out.
Well, the thing is, as well, on top of that, I have texted you, and I have emailed you as well, and I haven't received any communication. And I get it, things get lost. You're busy, I get that, but that shit brewed for me because I've been receiving these questions back to back from several people about business stuff, and I can't get a hold of you, so I don't know what to tell them besides the basic shit. So and I'm going away at the beginning of March. I'm going out of town for a very invasive surgery, so I want to get this stuff out of the way so I can be helpful now. And then at that point, at the beginning of March, you don't have anything to worry about. Obviously, you have the support from Michael and you have the support from Siobhan, but I still like to think that I'm needed as well to a degree. Yes, I don't think my worthiness. I don't think I'm this is more of a self-confidence issue with me, thinking that I'm not fucking useful in any way. But I like to give myself a little bit
Didn't
more
say
credit
burned
than that.
out, just laughed
So
and
yes,
said level 2.
maybe a part of it was me, spiraling a
Burnout
little
is
bit
not
and
until
whatnot. But
level 5.
I started thinking about the fact
That's
that
when you're
okay,
done.
so
Level
if we don't
5,
push
you're
these
burned
things in
out, you're
time or
peace out,
whatever,
Girl Scout.
or
And
a
right
bad
before that,
impression
when you're in
gets
the
left,
throes of burnout,
I'm
is
also
level
gonna
4
get
jaded raid
hazed for
logging.
that, and I don't want that to happen for my own personal reasons and stuff. So
You represent something larger than yourself right now.
I know, and I understand that, but I'm also thinking about the future as well, because we're both not going to have this position
Of course.
in a number of days or whatever weeks, and I think it's important for the both of us to
Still
also
shiny, but the
realize that not
beginnings of
only is this my
disillusionment
first rodeo, but it's
with
also
the
your first
ability
rodeo in
to
this.
We're doing good.
And I know nothing about
affect change.
businesses.
No, I think that
Nothing.
hit
This
during
is
like
a
meeting
learning
1 when
experience
he
for
saw
me.
how everyone fell in
Yes,
line with
you have a
Crane.
better
I think that
understanding
was
of
like the
certain
immediate
things,
like level 2
and it
step.
helps that you see Siobhan every day to
But wasn't
gain her
sure.
insight
Mhm.
in terms of law and whatnot. I don't. And I don't know if perhaps you potentially have an idea of who you wanted me to be in terms of this position, but I'm just trying to fucking learn, man. You know I love you. You know I care a lot about you.
Tell you what. Okay. Your job is to vote yes on things that I present. You have no other responsibilities. Is that easier for you?
No, Max, that's an insult.
It's not an insult because I don't know how to fully define what it is to have you do.
It's not about specifically.
That was the wrong thing to say.
Max, I like to see this
That
as
was the
me being your
wrong
right
thing to
hand.
say.
Yes, those things are
Sure.
included in what you said, but that position is more than just for having your back. It's about forming new ideas together, working together, and being a team.
What I was gonna say is, and stuff that you present, I'm here to vote yes on that. Like that's
what we've been doing. Yes.
Yeah, I know, and we're doing it well. And if you're concerned about people holding a grudge over things out of our control, like for example the business stuff, I don't have the power to do the things that people expect that sort of license to do. We don't have that power yet.
So let me have some clarification then. So and honestly, I hate even fucking saying the sentence now because I've just said it so many times. Next time Lang fucking calls me up and wants an update on Chamber of Commerce shit, what the fuck do I say? It's not happening because it's not. What were the exact words that you used during that meeting? Why is it not happening anymore? Because I was under the impression that it was still happening during that last conversation that we spoke about.
I don't even know if he knows what the Chamber of Commerce is intended to do.
See, my idea for the Chamber of Commerce was a group of business heads getting together and discussing just a generalized business shit, but also being able to communicate efficiently with the mayor's office for things that do need to change, things that can be improved on, or things that need to be backtracked, almost similar to this. I think it's a good idea because that communication matters, and new ideas could be formed within to help and benefit the mayor's office.
So what's the ultimate goal of the Chamber of Commerce then?
You raised it up. I don't know. I was just trying to fucking spitball ideas in order to aid it.
Okay, here is my final decision on the Chamber of Commerce. Okay. It is something that was intended to help control the price of goods in the city, is essential goods. Like, car parts, shit like that. That's how it would be most useful. But in the same vein, I don't think I want to regulate that. I want the market to regulate itself. So I think we're going to put this Chamber of Commerce thing on the back burner for now until there is a. Right now, we're bordering on emergency territory.
Yep.
The Group 6 felony ban has revitalized the sanitation and recycling a little bit. That might change following this expungement thing. If it seems like the economy is super fucked, then I will sit down and hammer out the Chamber of Commerce. But right now, I don't think the forthcoming business owners need that kind of organization.
You know, in
and
businesses, they ask you, like, they
and
sometimes have
what
you take
about
surveys, and one of them
the
includes this
establishing the
question,
whole
like, with
guild
strongly
shit?
agree or disagree or whatever like that, like,
Not
or
important.
etc. And there's this question
so
about,
both
like,
of those
do you
things were in
work
the
well
back
with
burner.
little to no direction, or do you work well with direction, right? Or, like, do you need, like, a certain level of supervision or direction to, like, fulfill your role, right? And some people will do better with, like, with a little bit of direction, right? Where they maybe want a manager who's a little bit more hands-on, versus somebody who wants an absolutely hands-off manager, does not want you to look at me and tell me how to do my job.
The guild thing
This
was
is like-
a compromise I was initially going to reach
This
with
is like
Wayne and them
a
because they
specific
didn't
like a
want
job fit,
to
culture fit
ditch the
question to,
idea
like,
of
see
a
how well you're
union,
gonna
so I
work with
gave
the
them
person you directly report
it's essentially
to,
business stuff,
right?
and we're
And it
working on
seems like
business
she
stuff
would work
as much
better
as we
with
can.
with
So
direction.
the guild
and
thing, just assume
he
it has
wants
rolled
somebody who does
into
not
the
need
business
direction,
thing.
who's like essentially an extension.
It's not a
of
thing.
himself
They're
to
not even
perform
calling themselves
his will,
guilds.
right?
Like
I don't know how
the
they're- I
lumber
don't know the
union
way to
is
say
now
that.
the lumber co, and Lang has his own name
That's-
for his own thing. So it's not even a thing that was. It was a cool idea concept, but these guys were so hung up on a bunch of nerds that played a video game at one point, calling themselves a guild, that they were just unwilling to commit to the idea. So whatever. They're not historically learned or cultural in any way, so we are just going to throw them into business. Blah blah blah.
Yep. When we open up businesses, they can go ahead and pitch their shit through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worth talking about.
I mean, that was all that was needed, wasn't it? Just a little bit of communication. I think we could both acknowledge the fact that it was just a timing issue. That in that office, in that meeting, shouldn't have happened on both our parts. We're both at fault for. I don't think it's necessary. I'm not gonna blame you, and I don't want to be blamed either. It was a joint thing that we fucking did wrong.
It implies that you want somebody who's
there is
hands-on
not
with
a
her,
mayor
right?
now or in the future, the way that this government is organized currently with the Council of Eight, that would ever allow their chief of staff to do what you did to me, ever. That person just does not exist. I guarantee it.
Okay.
I'm not at fault. You need to understand that. I got a little loud, a little aggressive, because I had to stand my ground. Otherwise, it looks like you are in charge when that is not the case.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Perception.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I didn't want to
bullshit.
do that, but I have to do it because people are fucking stupid. They're base. They don't see the intricate levels of relationships that people have. To them, I'm the big head honcho,
Yeah.
and it looks bad if I get yelled at by my subordinate. That's literally it.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
but to me, you're not chief of staff Juno. You are Juno Sweeney. You are my friend.
I saw you. That was literally what I was gonna say. I saw you as Max and not Major in that meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a mistake within itself.
Just don't let it happen again.
It won't. And I guess, yeah. Look,
Okay, good. I'm not mad at you. And I'm sorry that I had to say the things that I did, and I hope you don't feel like I'm chastising you right now. But for the sake of everything to continue moving smoothly right now with us and our coalition with Mike,
it's just following a line, man.
Yeah.
That it can't be blurred during those meetings.
We need to think of the bigger picture too. Okay.
Yeah,
Because
no.
that
Preaching
argument
to the choir, yeah.
that argument allowed me to essentially tell Crane to. Well, let me lower my voice. It essentially told me to. It allowed me to tell him to shut the fuck up. Essentially, for all these guys, and these guys are still afraid of Crane.
Do you notice how fast they flipped
Yes,
today? Every time he said something, it's
I wanted
unreal.
to mention this for weeks, and I just whenever I've always noticed it during meetings. This guy, oh my god, it should be you in charge. It should be you that
I like.
fucking like.
I'm noticing some new. I feel like as opposed to the first couple of meetings, I actually have the power to sway some of their opinions, even if Crane doesn't agree. It wasn't the case the first couple of meetings. I feel like the pecking order is being established. I think they need to understand that I have just as much ability to contact the Fed as he does. While he may be their favored liaison, I still possess that power, and I do exercise it frequently. So, I said it right at the end of that meeting. God, what did I say? Oh, I said, don't worry about what's feasible.
Yeah.
Okay, vote as a counselor. Boom. Crane and I will handle the feasibility of things. And furthermore, Crane takes a hard stance on this stuff just because he's a lot of time he's playing devil's advocate. He wants us to see the full picture, which I super fucking value. And I think he is, it is a valuable source of contention. The problem is that there are some counselors who lack the backbone to be like, yeah, so what if it's hard? So what if it's going to take time? So what if we're going to have to invest, in communications with the state in order to make this happen?
I feel like a lot of hesitancy also comes from the fact that they don't want to be scrutinized by the people. I was speaking to Andy not that long ago, and one of the things that really, opened my eyes a little bit was the fact that anyone in the mayor's office or even a position like this is going to be scapegoat central, no matter what. So
What we
hesitant-
need to prove to them is that I am their scapegoat. I'm their scapegoat. That's what we have to get across to them.
I think that
I need them to put. I need them to put their faith in me.
How did they not already see that? Because
I don't know. They're scared.
People have already put blame towards the mayor's cabinet rather than the Council of 8. Like, people do not realize at all that these votes are made of 8 fucking people, not one person.
Right.
Which is crazy to me.
All the legislation that gets published by Crane, the votes are placed at the bottom. He puts them there.
Yeah, well, people are fucking idiots. They don't read. They're literally idiots. They don't read. But I mean, like, they need to realize that no matter what decision is made, there is going to be someone out there that doesn't like it and will point fingers at whoever the fuck they want to point fingers to. So, like you said,
I'll say at least lawyers read, but we learned in court last night Xavier does not.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
we were put in that position for a fucking reason.
And that position can also be taken away by those people, which is why I think Lance found his backbone, because Norman was going around being like, I'm going to call for a vote of no confidence in Lance Malton. I don't hear Norman was pissed and was stirring up trouble of perhaps a recall vote on Lance. So, yeah. I was going to say, I think Crane weaponizes his knowledge of the city's history, but that also comes with a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
And others who don't know.
Sometimes he weaponizes it, but it's not even like because he agrees with it. It's
No,
just
I
that
agree.
he's kinda-
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, I agree. He does it he used to do this as a judge with us, okay, within chambers. If he was like walking us through like a decision on like a new charge or something that was gonna be precedent setting, he would 100% play devil's advocate. And you would think you would get fucked up in your head. You're like, am I supposed to agree with him because he's fighting really hard? No, you were not supposed to agree with him. You're supposed to be able to articulate why he was wrong.
And you know that because he was your boss.
Yeah,
for
he was my
fucking
boss
years.
for fucking like 3 years, okay? Like, I know him really well, all right? That's what he's like. And it did take me a while to learn that. And watching a new judge fail the assignment was always really funny.
But Alan Crane was my most despised person in that first meeting, and now he feels like the only person that I can actually,
Talk
apart
to?
from Mike and Juno, he's the only person I feel like if they tell me one thing to my face, he means it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, Lance seems like the... Go ahead, you know?
Lance has snaked me a couple of times
He's a
already.
real
on votes.
libertarian, though.
Always been a fucking snake.
He's a real libertarian, though.
Always
That's...
been a fucking snake.
Yeah,
He's full
I do
libertarian.
I respect his consistency, I guess.
I want to ask, so we are in office for 3 months. Oh my god, I can't believe you fucking did that twice. You fucking idiot, man.
Don't
we
drink
are-
that, by the way.
So we
Don't
are
drink what?
in-
Oh.
We're in office
Okay.
for 3
Hold
months.
on. Mike's calling me. Sorry. Hello, Mike. Yo, what's up?
Harsh. Oh my god. It smells bad.
So he said give him 20 minutes and then we go back and talk to him. So let's try to get them together. Maybe we can convince them to give all of the counselors trial licenses for free, and we can tell them if the trial goes well, then
I
he
read
can
a lot.
revoke those licenses and we can pay for the actual licenses that get rolled out, right? So eventually we will pay, right?
One day I'll run for office. IRL.
You come to my office.
I look forward to that.
Crane is, I think, in the hallway in front of the.
I've
the
talked
meeting
about
room
like
that we
running
were
for
in.
like state congress like a few times.
Yeah. Okay.
I've had like two mayors
Okay.
IRL tell
Sorry,
me
can you
that they
unlock
would
the door real quick?
endorse me.
Sorry for
Okay.
cutting you off. What were you saying?
So, do you know specifically what fucking day that like a new mayor will be elected?
I don't want to say the cities because I don't want to dox myself.
I don't know.
But one of them is a former mayor, one of them is a current mayor.
Because
If I ever run for office, so
I'm heading out specifically on the 7th of March. I'll need a little bit to recover. I don't know how long. I really don't. So it might be useful to bring in an interim chief of staff.
Like
so
when?
When?
Yeah, when?
7th of March.
When you have your surgery thing?
Yeah.
How long are you gonna be gone?
I don't know. It's invasive. I would say at the like. I don't know. It honestly depends from person to person.
I had an
think,
invasive surgery last year. I would anticipate 14 days bare minimum just for pain and painkillers. Like you're gonna suffer. I'm sorry, Juno, that sucks.
No, it's okay.
So I got two options.
Yeah.
Okay. One, I make Siobhan the interim chief of staff.
Mm.
Two, I make Jamal Abdul Jabbar the interim chief of staff.
You're no, what the hell? What the hell? Make Siobhan, Jesus Christ. Honestly,
Hey, look,
it
know, man.
It might not even be for like a week. Who knows? So obviously I'll communicate with you. I'll shoot you an email.
Right.
I'll keep you posted.
Please keep me posted too. And if you need
I
anything,
will.
like literally if you need anything, please tell me.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
We good, Juno? Are we cool? I didn't feel
My-
good yelling at you, dog.
I didn't
Interim
feel good
COS,
fucking receiving that or
ayo.
yelling back. Like, I love you both, Max. I love you, man. I've always had your back.
Yeah, I know.
We just gotta communicate more, and it was just the timing.
Okay.
That's it.
Look, I promise. If you text me, if we're not able to catch each other, just text me the full extent of what you're wondering after, and I will try to respond with absolute certainty, so that there's no confusion whatsoever in the future. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. And if I can be around when you're around, let's do that. I'll give you a call. I would like to still do that whole press conference idea, maybe next week.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I
I
gotta
gotta roleplay
just don't know
two
if people are gonna
characters
show
in
up to it,
D&D tomorrow. Fuck, okay.
Well, that's why we try it
God,
at least
I have to do
once,
Bridget.
you know?
Remembered.
Also, I want to do, if the Parks and Rec stuff, if I'm able to get funding and shit for it, and help, I want you guys to participate in the Newlyweds game.
Okay.
I think that would be fun.
I think we'd win. Hold on, ask us some newlyweds questions.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I want you guys to write your answers down,
Oh,
and then when
okay.
they say go,
Okay.
show them. Okay.
We'll both text you at the same time.
Okay,
How about
perfect.
that?
All right. So this is a question for you, Max. What is Siobhan's favorite musical artist?
Oh shit! I actually don't know that.
It's not like I haven't told you. You just didn't think musicals were important.
So
Well,
does a musical count?
No, not musical. I mean like musician, artist, band, whatever the fuck it is.
Okay, any sort of music? Oh
Any
no.
sort of,
Oh no.
anything.
Oh no.
For example, if someone were to ask me that, it'd be Hosier.
Okay, I'm ready.
Tixatar?
No, not
ready?
yet. Or are you gonna ask her the same question?
So you both send me your answers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So what?
three. I'm ready. 3, 2,
Himself.
1, go. You just send it and go.
All right, just go.
3, 2, 1, go.
I texted her.
Me too. Wait, what did she say?
So you guys don't get a point. She said himself, meaning you. And Max said Toby Keith, whoever that is.
Wait, you think Toby Keith is my favorite
Yeah.
musician?
Yeah, you said you like country music. right?
Okay, I have another one. Siobhan, what is Max's favorite movie?
Oh, God, she knows that. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, oh, okay. All right, I go on Max. Yeah, you get a point. You get a point.
Yay! All right, try a harder one.
Okay, Max. What's the date? Actually, never mind. I'd need to know this one.
Wait. What if you ask him the question and then I text you the right answer? Is that what I'm supposed to do? And then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll text you the. Oh, okay. I fucked that up.
So
All right.
That's what we've been doing.
I fucked that up. I thought I was Never mind.
Oh, you fucked up the first one by saying himself. Okay, yeah, no worries. Oh fuck, man, this is difficult.
Thank you for the prime sub. What the fuck? Why?
What is
Thank you.
Siobhan's favorite animal?
I got it.
You better know this. I'm gonna be really disappointed if you do not know the answer.
All right, I'm sending it.
You guys gonna point?
Yeah, you know, she's a horse girl, man. I know
That's
that
right.
shit.
Oh man,
I almost wrote the Loch Ness monster.
That's in Scotland.
Yeah, that's some fucking Scotland,
What
man.
the fuck?
I'm a bigot.
You just think all red-haired people are the same? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think this would be a fun fucking game, man. So maybe like getting 3 to 4 couples to participate, and then the winner gets a cash prize. And the reason I say cash prize is because money incentivizes everything.
That's true. That's why people show up to the trivia night on Thursdays before Storm. It's so
There's
fun.
a fucking trivia night?
Yeah, and
That
I'm one of
sounds
the
fun.
hosts. It's
didn't
really
know
fun. Yeah, you should come by, but you know, you'd have to. I'm not gonna make.
Shut up. Shut your mouth. I might come by.
All
Fuck
right.
it.
Alright, what's up with this whole gun thing? Are we getting guns?
Let's go out there and find
Wait,
Crane and see what's up.
Wait, this should be the test for a marriage license. People need to at least.
What do you mean?
Like this should.
Oh, get a couple of points for the
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, if I felt like I was in a green card interview.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for her to ask like what color our toothbrush is next.
I couldn't even tell you that.
Hey,
They're
Max,
literally. You don't. Have you not?
Max,
we
wait,
have
wait, wait,
toothbrushes, are
wait.
you
I
not
have an
using
idea.
them?
I have an idea. Yeah, no. Max, stare at this wall. Siobhan, stare over there.
Okay.
All right, Max, what color are Siobhan's eyes?
Green.
Look at me. Okay. Siobhan, what color are Max's eyes? Ooh.
Brown.
Okay. Max, yeah, your eyes are brown, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. All right, easy. I don't know where Crane is.
You might be in the lobby.
No one in here.
They're green, right?
Yeah, they're green.
Yeah, they're green.
They're green.
Nailed it.
I nailed it too.
Yeah, that was a hard one for me.
You wear your sunglasses a lot. She had a seizure after you hit her.
Good.
Man, I'm excited for your. We're gonna be safe.
For what?
We're gonna be safe once you get your thing.
Oh,
that I'm not gonna
yeah,
talk about
hopefully.
publicly.
So, there's a small issue with the way that that guns are being serialized right now. That Crane pointed out via text message probably about like 5 minutes ago.
Ooh, okay.
I gotta ask him to elaborate on it. I'm not sure what he means by it, or if it even prevents us from.
Serialized?
Hold on, let me just read what he said.
I think I can
I thought
interpret what
all
he's talking
guns-
about. He's
yeah,
talking about. I
I
think he's
thought all
talking about.
guns had serials.
Hold on. Slight hang up. Serials are not the way I remembered them. They have a serial and an issuer ID,
Not
which is the state
a
ID.
CID where it tells you the person who purchased it is engraved on the gun.
Hold on. No. That is the state ID, the issuer ID.
Oh.
So issuer ID being the person who buys it.
Okay.
Right? I need to see if the PD can see the issuer ID.
Okay.
Which they can.
Okay, so all of that just needs to be notated on the profile like all the class 2s. We're registering it.
I'm not even sure it has to be notated, right? Because you can tell it on the.
It's gonna be notated.
I mean, if
Okay.
it's just
That's
for
why he brought
us,
that up.
if it's just for us, then it's. I don't see us having to Why do we need to wait?
It's only gonna be registered like in the profile notes section area thing on people's government profiles for tracking purposes, right? Class 2s are the same way.
What up, Alex? It's my old one. Here.
Oh, you got it's the same one?
I got my phone back.
Nice. Cause
head out.
oh my god, it's the keep forgetting to remind you about this. You had that whole incest.
I'm gonna go post in the yellow pages. It's done.
I don't know if you want to touch back on that.
Yeah. Like, maybe we just make incest a charge.
Word.
Yeah.
Hey, this is serious business, bros.
What? How'd your mystery thing go?
Hey,
I solved and then I failed the challenge.
Oh.
I'm really upset.
Okay, look, you don't
Damn.
need to flatter me, dog. I know I look good. True.
That's rough.
Siobhan, come meet the fresh meat.
Okay, who is it?
A pleasure
All right,
meeting
you have
again,
30
ma'am.
seconds to make a point. Go.
So, glizzies, definitely.
No, about
the
yourself.
Best...
About
oh,
yourself.
about myself?
Oh my
Okay.
Fail. F. Try again. 5 minutes.
All right, you gotta think about this for 5 minutes, okay?
Do you have food? Wait, Damien, do you have food? Do you have food? Do you have
Fuck
food?
no, I don't. I don't
Anybody?
have
I have
fucking
some. I got some
anything.
fries.
What?
no,
Can I have your
no,
fries?
ma'am.
Can I have your fries?
Okay.
Thoroughbred, one of the most
There you go.
successful
Starving.
judges in history,
welcome.
and one of the best lawyers.
Did y'all
in
just get
general.
out of that meeting?
Yeah.
She's
Good
like
lord.
the unofficial top of the DOJ.
State accounts at 32 million, guys.
Really?
Hey, nice.
I'm rounding up a little bit, but yeah.
Starving. Where's
Bev,
my-
let's go down to MRPD.
Okay. You want some French fries? I just got extra. Free.
Please.
Okay, hold on. Let me. They're kind of soggy.
Wait, I think I still have your notebook. Maybe?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask for that back.
Did you give it to me?
I
again?
did.
I thought I
Because
gave
told,
it to
yeah,
you.
but I told you to look at the Gossip Girl page, and then you didn't have it back to me after that. Yeah,
Oh.
I solved the. I'm still sad that I just really sad that I failed. I'm really sad.
But you actually failed?
I failed the challenge. I didn't answer the right question.
Yeah, this is yours.
Yeah, because the notes are all like not in a clear indicated order.
No, I just don't write on them.
Oh. I'm parked here, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I am. Great. Is it Landstalker here or up north?
Up north.
Okay.
Let's take the bike. It's cooler anyway.
It is cool.
Remember how we almost got kidnapped again by Jesse Adler last night?
I still can't believe that. Why does she keep coming here? Oh, I'm so happy about the government employees being classified as such at City Hall. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Having just been a normal person.
Although by definition, in the courtyard there, you wouldn't have counted as a government employee.
Oh, great. So the place where they've tried to kidnap me once, and they kidnapped
Right.
Berg, all my other people, whatever. They're almost ego act. Actually, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I need one more, I think.
Would you be mad if I made Jamal interim COS?
Oh wait, this needs to go to Moses. It is not great.
Is it fucked up?
Yeah.
Is it good enough to
It's
get us
good
over to
enough to
MRPD?
start, probably. But it's not great. Don't crash on anything.
Okay.
Sorry, would you ask? You asked me something before that? Jamal
Would you be
COS?
pissed if I made Jamal COS?
No, I think it would be funny. As
It would
long
be
as I get to
hilarious.
watch.
You would, of course, get to watch.
Yeah, but what if he votes against you because he thought it was funny?
He probably will do that.
Okay, so I wouldn't be pissed. I would just chide you forever at being really stupid and not having your will be done. Also,
Maybe I can maybe I can get him to swear he will never vote against me. Maybe he argues against me for 30 minutes and then he'll just vote yes anyway.
Alright. As long as that's the case. I feel like, okay, this is just my impression, alright, because I've talked to Juno, I was in there, right? I'm gonna use an analogy, right? Have you ever done an employment survey where they ask you questions where you have to agree or disagree with certain things, okay? And certain statements, and one of them is oh, I work best with little to no direction, or I work better with some direction or whatever. Juno seems like she would work better with direction, you know what I mean? She wants a manager who's going to give her hands-on direction, and it seems like you want somebody who does not require any direction. Right?
Yeah, no, yeah, totally.
There's
that's just how it is, I kind of knew what I was getting. I knew what I was getting myself into.
I was gonna say there's a different set of expectations, right?
I knew what I was getting into. Admittedly, I kind of foresaw this as being a problem. So I'm gonna try and work through it.
Hello.
You see that shit?
No.
It's on the wall over there. No mask, no running, no smoking.
Reading signs is a pussy move, Max.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I fucking unacceptable. So, which cop are you trying to get a hold of right now?
Annie, a cadet came out and said she could help me, and then started being unable to answer the question and deferred.
Hi.
So I think York. I think York is coming to help me now.
Hi. Is this
perfect?
Oh my goodness. Hello.
Hey, York.
Hello.
Can we go to this room over here real quick, just so you can look at something for me?
Sure can. I just had a frantic call from a cadet saying there's a man that wants a gun run.
No, no.
To be fair, the mayor has a face tattoo, so I mean that'd be my first thought.
He wasn't here. He wasn't here when that happened. Okay, York. So all I'm doing is just double checking, lowering my voice. We are doing some rollout tests on some limited civilian firearm issuances.
Okay.
And I need to understand for documentation purposes, can you see the issuer ID on this?
Okay. Do you want me to run it or just look at the serial?
No. It should be the way that I understand, and I just want to make sure that you guys have the same understanding before we go down this road. Is that legally purchased civilian firearms have the issuer ID engraved somewhere on the gun itself. So the
let me just take a
So we have a
yeah. This looks like a
Perfect.
very, very versatile and compact and reliable gun. Wow.
Perfect. Okay. So as long as the state ID of the civilian who purchased it is stamped somewhere on the firearm, then I don't think that will necessitate a need for like a registry or profile notation.
Right.
we have a registry book. Actually,
It's
be curious to
redundant.
see.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't want to create double work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not double work.
Okay.
There's a book in the room over there that
Right,
I
I get
think
what
can
you're saying.
trace it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
All right,
so
that's all I was checking.
Yeah, it comes. I looked up the registry, and it looks like it was you, sir, that purchased it.
Perfect.
Is that
Okay.
correct?
Yep, that's all I needed.
Yeah,
All right.
wonderful.
So just a heads up, we are going to be rolling out a very limited selection of folks to retain civilian firearms licenses as a test. This won't be publicized just as of yet. I'll just be exercising my discretion in the DOJ. For now, it's going to be the members of the city council. And once I have a chance to talk to them, some of the very senior members of Group 6, now that the whole no felonies thing is in place, there are regulations in place surrounding criminally negligent ownership of firearms. One thing I will be adding to them to make it more harsh to not report your gun stolen is that if you have your gun stolen and you don't report it stolen, regardless what type of crime is committed with that gun, whether felony or misdemeanor, you become an accessory per se. So on top of the regulations about potentially losing the gun for not reporting it, you know, and it's used in a misdemeanor and or found on someone else who it doesn't belong to, you will also, you know, retain criminal
I'm
punishment.
still here.
Okay, I like it.
So I'll be
All right.
consolidating criminally negligent ownership first and second degree into just one charge, which will just be a felony. So if you misplace your firearm and you don't report it stolen and it's found on someone else, you just automatically get a felony and lose your license. And then part of that charge will be the accessory stipulation. Like I said, it will be a very limited rollout of people. Right now, we are keeping it so that you can see on their public profile if they have a weapons license as a civilian. If we find during this rollout that people start being targeted because you know they have a weapons license for robberies because it's on their profile, then we're going to talk about getting that removed except for PD. Meaning only PD would be able to see if a civilian has a weapons license. But that's all, you know.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Cool.
All right.
And let me know if PD has any questions or I need to come talk to you guys, run it up your chain, please.
Okay.
And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave a note for seniors and our captains. I think all our captains are away this weekend. So yeah, I'll leave a note for them and let them know that you came in, and I'll explain a little bit about it.
Perfect. Thank you, York. Appreciate
All right. Lovely.
All right.
He's over
where'd your
here.
husband
What's
go?
he up to?
He likes to talk. Kind of a
Yeah.
it's kind of a chatter.
Ammo's fucking expensive.
Yeah, what? How much was it?
$2,000 for
Holy
18 bullets.
Shit, that is.
Are you
expensive.
serious?
Holy fuck.
I think for the gun, 2 mags, and 36 bullets, I paid $5,500.
Oh my, that's wow.
So, how much
Something
is
like
a
that.
gun roughly? 2K?
$750 for the gun, $250
Okay.
for each mag, so $1,250 there, and then 4,000 for the bullets. So I paid $5,250 plus tax, so about $5,500, $5,700, something like that.
That's
It's
expensive.
expensive.
That's
Yeah.
You know, as it should be though. As it should be. It shouldn't be like anybody can just fucking, you know, arrive in the city day one and go buy a gun, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I'll meet y'all back at City Hall then, because
Okay.
Max is gonna talk until
Yep,
we're
yep.
fucking dead.
Until 2 a.m. in the morning.
I'll go. I'll keep him on track.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
Thank you, York.
Thank you.
I'll sort them out.
What about
Boom.
that prison?
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah. The prison we're gonna turn into a Lord of the Flies thing where Bobby Charles, Carmine, and the Fingal Dan clan and the Littlemans get to basically control what happens there without any oversight or anything from the state.
I texted Crane that I think Vivek should also be
literally,
included.
I'm not even joking. That was my suggestion. I
Why not
literally
have
said we
people
should
who
just
wanna
give
work
that to
there
Bobby
work
Charles and
there?
Carmine.
Yeah. I think it's
literally
great.
said the same shit.
Okay. Sorry, we gotta go. I think, right?
Yeah, Crane just abandoned us and said he's gonna be at City Hall waiting for us because you're gonna.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
their
let's
ears
go.
off until 2 a.m.
Open the door. Oh fuck, we can't open the door.
Hey, open the door.
Well,
Can you open
we
the
gotta
door?
get out.
So sheriff's office was a no.
Bobby Charles, can I call you back? I'm busy right now. Give me like 10 minutes, okay?
So was it
Duncan,
good
can you
news or
open the
no?
door right here?
Yeah, it's good news. It's great news, but I'm not telling you.
Thank you.
I don't want to.
I will.
I'm gonna let someone else tell Bobby the good news.
I didn't tell you my phone number.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
420-676-8639. At this moment, I'm favoring action over discussion. So I hope what you have to tell me is something truly insightful. Otherwise, I'm going to chalk it up to human error, and that human error needs to be replaced.
I don't complain about anything unless I have solutions.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to hear them.
Okay.
I can't unlock. Oh, what the fuck? What's happening?
What are you doing?
What's happening?
What the fuck?
I don't know what's happening. Am I on the bike?
You're on the bike. Oh, well, never mind.
Can you,
It's just cunty sometimes.
Uh-oh.
No, wait, hold on. This is why this exists. Juno, wait, hi Juno.
Hey, could you let me know if the gun stuff works out?
Yeah, I will. We're in the middle of that right now. I'll call you
Oh, are
in a
you?
few. Yeah, I'll call you in just a few, okay?
Okay, alright, perfect.
Cool.
Right, bye-bye.
Max?
Nice. All right, I'm gonna ride passenger.
Alright. We're not gonna hit anything.
I'm kind of making empty threats to the PD right now.
How so?
By saying that I will be launching an investigation, all that stuff. I don't actually know if I could do that.
You can absolutely direct the Civilian Oversight Board, and Lance was just talking to Crane about the elections going live for that soon. You could absolutely, petition them to launch an investigation into the PD for those things. You're actually not casting an empty threat, and that threat is about to become very real very soon for them.
Good. I'm tired of hearing them
Y'all
complain.
parking up?
Yeah. Well, what's her name?
Oh, Gus.
This is Gus.
Gus.
Gus is the only one who nailed his homework assignment, by the way. Completely nailed the assignment. 10 out of 10, A+, fucking knocked it out of the park. You actually gave me what I wanted, not just an essay, but actual things that you were going to use in your legal career in those sandboxes.
I guess you could say he's addicted to legal work.
Yes, sir.
We gotta go.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Why do you run so fast? And you walk so fast? I can't keep up. My chob stobs. Okay, today is the day the fence will not knock me down. I'm gonna be fine.
I'm not sure about burgers.
You just fall again.
Top rope.
Oh, Damien, hi! Ha, dodged, juked, too cool. No, don't get me. Don't get me. I'm taking evasive maneuvers. Choo! Choo! Ow, you bitch!
Yeah.
I'm really glad I was
like
wearing a
you're
helmet.
good at directions.
I love you, but also go fuck yourself for that.
About the council meetings dressing more comfortably for these long ass hours that we're putting in. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna show up in jeans and a t-shirt next time.
Word up. Word up. It's lit.
See.
So, Max, do you want to coordinate a meeting for what we would discuss with PD sometime soon?
Bonuses for FTOs?
Yeah.
So honestly, that could just be a you and Nakota thing.
Okay,
I trust your wisdom, and I know that you guys are aware of the past and how inflated some of those costs are. I trust you to choose a value that will be appropriate for the current state of our economy.
Because honestly, they've already started a spreadsheet keeping track of hours. And the
Hold on, what's I gotta? I gotta call you back, Cornwood. Love you.
Yeah. So we'll start out at a small amount and see if that works. And then go from there. It's really not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. And I think any compensation would be good. So.
Hello?
Hey, just on a spoke.
Yes.
I have a moment. What do you need to talk to me right now about something?
Well, no, you said you needed to talk to me about something.
I don't remember. Oh, I was just telling you, no, I didn't. No, here. I was just telling you, great job asking those questions at the trial yesterday.
Oh. You said there was drama.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll tell you the tea later, okay? Tomorrow,
Well,
maybe?
do you want me to go to City Hall or something?
No, because still in the middle of stuff.
Oh my god.
I know.
Well, I have news for you.
Okay, what is it?
Some random men approached me
Yeah,
today, and they tried to give me a case to do. And, at first I didn't think anything of it, but then I realized that one of them was dressed like Greg and the other one was holding a camera up to my face, and I feel like they were kind of, making a parody of the events that happened yesterday with Greg, and it was kind of weird.
What the fuck? That's fucked up.
But they didn't even do anything, so I don't know. But they gave me a case, so that's kind of cool.
That is cool, but, weird. Do you want to be a lawyer, Berg? Do you want me to actually train
I
you?
don't have much going on right now. Sure.
Okay, then I'm gonna start training you. Tomorrow, you start your training. I want
Do
you
I
to
to
come
like read a
prepared.
book or anything?
Yeah, your homework is to watch My Cousin Vinny and write me a one-page write-up on what you will take from the film to use in your Los Santos legal career. I'm not
What if I
kidding.
just watch? What if I watch like? Can I just watch Better Call Saul or something?
No, it has to be My Cousin Vinny or 12 Angry Men. You can do either.
Oh, 12 Angry Men.
All right, suit yourself. That's fine. All right.
Is that a porn thing?
No, it's about Jerry's.
Okay. Just making sure.
For once, Berg, I was keeping it professional. Well, keep me posted on if there's anything else. I feel like there's something I actually do need to catch you up on, but I can't recall it right now. Fuck.
Well, if you remember, just call me.
I
I'm
will.
ready to learn to become the world's greatest, maybe not all the way lawyer. Well, I don't know. Am I able? I mean, since I'm a private
Paralegal to become a
investigator,
lawyer.
wouldn't that be kind of
You were a
hard?
great no. If anything, it's gonna make you really useful as a lawyer. Anyway,
Isn't that bad though? Because that's like conflict of interest
No,
and
it's
such.
not. It's not. We'll talk more about that later, okay? I love you, Berg. Keep
Okay. See you later.
going. Love you. Say it back.
They're amazing. But, letting them know that we, appreciate their efforts and, that, yes, putting in that extra effort and having that patience and putting in that time is not unwarranted, not appreciated. That word's hard.
Hey, Beb.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Check your profile. Yeah. Something has to happen.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Weapons
I'm right there
license,
with you.
attorney.
There have to be, something has to change. Because all it's doing is creating this never-ending cycle of burnout where, they're trying to be, I guess, choosy about who they're bringing in, but at the same time, it's burning out all of these consistent, foundations, so to speak, and it's just going to make the whole thing collapse at the end of the day.
Yep. True. Well, my wife and I have some business to handle.
My wife.
My wife.
Nice.
See you later.
Have a good one. Y'all stay safe. Oh God, why am I terrible?
Did you see it?
Yeah, what the fuck? Why? Me? How? I thought it was just...
Because you're getting targeted, man.
Okay, I am.
Come on.
Bye, Jonathan. Bye, Jonathan.
I gotta call Cornwood. So I'm
Call
gonna...
Juno after. Call her after.
Hey, what's up? I'm sorry, I'm done with my meeting. The current state of hiring and training new police officers is unacceptable. That it needs to go faster.
Why? I thought this wasn't here.
I'm tired of hearing about issues with burnout or whatever. No more excuses. Okay, and I cited the fact that the crimes in Polito, which have been reported to me and you and others, are it's essentially running rampant. There's no oversight whatsoever, and they continually cite an inability to police there because there are not enough cops. I told them, hey, listen, tell your captains that if things don't pick up, I'm going to launch an investigation. I'm going to find out why it's not picking up, and I'm going to solve the problem with new people if necessary, and that they need to start considering opening up a county sheriff's department in order to ensure that Polito doesn't become a fucking cesspool like it is right now. That it doesn't continue to be a cesspool. Right? Sorry, go on. Yeah.
I'm in a car with someone on the phone, and I'm on the phone now, and it's really weird. Can I call you back shortly?
Can you just have Mr. Thoroughbred call me, First Lady?
Yeah,
I know you.
who's this?
I know you want to get the ball rolling
Duncan.
as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you.
I've
Bye.
issued the warning. I told Dakota to tell his captains, your captains, to bring a captain to the next meeting because I want to get to the bottom of
I
why this isn't
recognize the
actually
number he
proceeding the
gave
way
earlier
that it
because I
needs to
couldn't hear
proceed.
the whole thing, and I
All
wasn't
right,
sure if I
and
had
I'm
it
gonna
right,
lay
but I did
down
have it right.
I said any captain. He said okay. So, next council meeting, Cornwood. Well, surely there will be a captain available in a week, right? Look. What'd you write? What's that?
Money. Oh my god.
Finish that document. I love the sound of it so far. What you need to do. And, he said there wasn't enough people to please up there. Yeah. Hold on. Malton said that. Why doesn't Cornwood just police up there under the banner of the LSPD and take a couple of people up there and do it that way? Yeah. Yeah.